Here, nigga. I had a 4-year-old son.
Right, so you don't remember. You did all the other stuff.
Old ass nigga. Welcome to the post-debate show.
Nigga, damn. Fucking old, bro. For real.
Are you gonna do the intro, Swab, or what's up?
Oh yeah, bam.
Nah, I don't know what the fuck that is. Nigga, I'm talking about this shit.
Oh, I was finna do the Dollars Radio, and then we gonna do the. Okay, nah, we live, man.
I got another one though. Nah, I'm talking about the funny joint with the pop locking and all of that.
Oh,
These.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and say it, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
All right, there you
Shout out to Baby Huey.
ask whenever you want to. You A9.
Nah.
Ain't we live?
And we
Yeah.
live.
All right, bet. Well, yeah. Well,
I was finna say, man, if you don't pick it up, I'm finna tell everybody I'm playing table tennis or something. Man. Let's go.
nah, nigga, I thought the niggas gonna play this shit, but anyway, nigga, since niggas gonna play games, fuck up the bullshit. We here. It's Damo. It's the post-debate show. Everybody else is in this motherfucker. Old ass Taz, suave ass who don't be knowing how to handle shit, and the nigga anonymous. You know what I'm saying? The champ. And we just witnessed the return of Chris Harris, and it's a lot to be discussed. Now, topic of the debate, some Deuteronomy shit. Is America, Egypt, that's prophesied in the Bible, all of that. I'll say this. Niggas with these Bible debates got to start getting clear, okay? The burden of argumentation is higher than it's been in the past. And so in terms of a lot of this shit, sometimes it turned into babble. Like niggas like gibberish. Niggas is just saying words. But yeah, I mean, it's like you gotta have like the relationship with the shit that niggas have to be able to get it and understand it. And that just ain't good for argumentation. You know what I'm saying? So I think this debate could have used a bit more clarity. I was making the argument that Egypt described as the land of the cops. And you know what? To be honest, I think he could have got more creative with that. Like, nigga, this really the land of the cops. Nigga, we here. But yeah, we didn't get that. We got more so the land of the Christians, Christian being popular, and then two straights, comparing that to Egypt, which I feel like is very surface level. I think Ak in his opening and his premise was decent. Like I said, it was surface level, so it was hard to really kind of give it the full. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he's spitting. I mean, but it was put together well. But then I feel like for Ak in the rebuttal, it just like leaving 5 minutes on the clock. It's not a good look. That's half your motherfucking rebuttal. And it's always a lot that could be said regardless. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you don't really got that, when you ain't really utilizing your time properly in the rebuttal, then it's just like more so an example of like whether or not your shit is organized to where you could deploy certain arguments just to be like, nigga, this is what I'm talking about here, and this is what I'm talking about here. Because like the idea of the rebuttal, which we'll talk more about when we get to Chris, is to be responsive to your opponent's argument. The premise is about laying down the foundation of what the position you taking. The rebuttal is specifically and uniquely responding to things that your opponent said in his premise, and his premise and rebuttal if you got that second rebuttal. And I even though he started out strong, didn't utilize his rebuttal very well, and didn't really wasn't as strategic as he could have been in the rapid fire, because it seemed like it was more points he was trying to make as opposed to catching Chris up on anything or establishing like his position even, you know what I'm saying, even more. With Chris, now, you know what I'm saying, again, this is return. So, you know, it's gonna be certain things that you're gonna be like, all right, this season 4 with some things that they gotta be changed and worked out. Chris had a cool opening, premise was real rebuttally though. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was already responding to, he was already rebuttaling the Ox premise and his premise, which is like it's ways you can word things and phrase things to preempt things that you know what I'm saying, setting up for your rebuttal, but it was just too explicitly, I'm responding to what he said about this. You know what I mean? And not and I think, and that's something that's more important in terms of like how, like the rubric and the way that judges evaluate each round. But it also became real prevalent, or it became real obvious in the rebuttal, because then it either, he couldn't say too much because it would have became redundant, because a lot of what he wanted to get off in the rebuttal he already said in the premise. You know what I'm saying? And so for him to just say it again would be redundant. So it's, even though the information was, I think, was more convincing on Chris's side, it didn't have the impact or the oomph that it could have had, because of when it was deployed. So I mean, I like for Chris comeback debate, I mean, up against Ock, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it's what we've seen from Chris, but shit, everybody else is taking it to the next level. So it can't be, you know what I'm saying, what we seen. Like season 4, niggas is like, nah, nigga, I'm going beyond that. Yeah. What the and with that being said, I don't know if anybody's trying to come in here, Swab. I don't know if you watching the back rooms. I ain't even looking at my phone. Where y'all niggas at?
I'm here, bro. Let's get it.
Is
I
the
was
link
trying to wait.
that's what I'm saying, is the link out there though?
Yo, yeah. That's why I want to wait till the debaters. I really want to wait till the debaters come in to really do it. But it's a lot of what you said that I agree with, and I want to give some nuance to it. So let me know when I can go in. You the host.
Yeah, I think that was, you said what? Okay, yeah, here hold on. We let Ike in, and we'll hear from him first. We do got Ike Malak in the building. He trying to make a splash. You know what I'm saying? He's starting out strong. Ike, how you feel about the debate, bro?
Man, I thought I was very clear on what I was talking about. I don't think that Chris was, clear on his stance. I don't think he addressed what I brought out. He just said that it don't mean that, or that's not what it is, or it is this. But he never addressed my points on how Egypt means the land of cops. And I did show that cops are just Christians. So if Egypt is the land of Christians, and we're in a spiritual Egypt, this is that land. This is that land. This is that land of double straights. I thought I did a good job. As far as in breaking that down.
Nah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I think in terms of on a surface level, I think you did. But in terms of going more so in making it more specific, yeah.
Well,
Because what he was challenging was the idea that like this prophecy is talking about a specific group of people. You feel me? So, you bored again, right? Is that him or me?
About because he tried to say, he don't know. Well, all I gotta say is this, man. That dude, he didn't prove that it did not apply to America. I know that.
All right. Anybody got any questions for Ike? Comments for Ike? Get back.
All he did was rebut the whole thing the whole time.
Hey, hold on.
He rebutted my premise that I sent in to the judges, and he rebutted my information from the beginning. He didn't do nothing but deny all my information the whole time.
Okay, so I got a few questions.
And then he didn't give out no information. He didn't give me no information to go after.
And I hear you. I guess if you felt that way, why didn't you do a stronger job of proving it? Number one, but then two, stop it. Why didn't I felt like you there were points that he made that you could have tacked, and you should have went deeper into. I'm not gonna tell you again. You should have went deeper into his Mizraim argument, right? Because I want to understand why you didn't either go deeper into the Mizraim understanding and making sure that they understood that Mizraim was like the house of bondage, or even why didn't you make it known that the curses are cyclical?
I went into the definition of Mizraim and broke all the definitions down. I broke down the land of cops in the land of double straits. So I think I did cover Mizraim because that's what I was covering. The word Egypt is Mizraim, and I covered that word. I showed what that word means. And during the debate, I don't really think he did anything, but rebuttal what I said. And I also asked for 20 minutes because I had way more information than what I provided today, but he wouldn't allow me.
And that's what I'm gonna tell you. That's what I'm gonna tell you
minutes.
for next time. And that's what I'm gonna tell you for next time. That's why Afro-Asiatic didn't get to debating. So now you learned a valuable lesson, right?
Yeah,
I
he
even learned
allowed to get extra time, and that was
right. And so hey, look, and so that's something we got to work on as a league, right? When you get into these complex debates, if he's to the point where he don't want to give you that time, either there's no debate or y'all can have different time limits. But I think if you had more stuff to bring out, you should have asked for 15 or 20 minutes. Or y'all had 10 or 15.
If we had 10, I did ask for. I asked
10.
for 20. He said no, and then I said,
I think you could have got it done in 15.
15.
I think you could have got it done in 15, and I think you made a mistake.
When I said 15, he said no.
You should have, and
you should have give me 12. He'll give me 2 extra minutes.
And you should have turned down the debate. You should have said no. You should have said no, and you should have kept it moving. If you knew you needed 15, you should have turned down the debate, right? And I'm gonna deal with that going forward tonight on this stream. But I will say this, because I don't want you to feel like I'm picking on you. I thought you did great, right? I was very impressed. You're getting better, but you left a lot on the table. You could have went harder in your rebuttal. I think Damo said it. Once you got to your rebuttal, you kind of fizzed out. And then when you got to the rapid fire, you was making points, but you wasn't driving them home. You didn't drive your whole argument home in your questioning, and you never got him in a situation where he was uncomfortable, right? And you got to go study and figure out how to do that. He's still there? You there, Art? He dipped on me? Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah. Hold on. I was my mic is muted. Yeah, I hear you, bro. What you saying?
Chris here now, so I'll let him get it in. But I'll just finish up my critique on Ott. I'm proud of him because he stepped up. He has to get more comfortable in his rebuttal, and he has to do more in that rapid fire. But I thought, for all intents and purposes, like he's proven that he's getting better. He's proven that he's understanding where the league is going, and we'll see what the scores show. You got it, dummy.
All right, but we do got Chris, the return of Chris Harris, back to SVDL, all beat squash, all drama aside, back to the debates. How you feeling, Chris?
I thought I put this Israelite shit with these dudes away last year and the year before that. You keep hearing this guy, anonymous, talking about their reciprocal. No, these curses are very ethnocentric to a certain group of people that lived in the Bronze Age. All I was looking for was one curse that can apply to him today. And he couldn't name none of them. Anonymous can't name none of them. Nobody could say these things apply to him. So with that being said, the debate was a sin. Yeah, I kind of like rebutted him in my premise. I kind of admitted that, but I felt like as the negative, no, I had to do that because he did not necessarily stay on point. His argument, it seemed the entire night, was against Christianity, not proven. Deuteronomy 28 is talking about America. And he went about it with some flawed methodology trying to prove it. No citations, no methodology, no nothing. So with that being said, Anonymous, whenever you ready to step up, I'll debate you on the same thing and step on you even worse.
Yeah, no doubt. We could we can in our bullshit in. We can lock that in right now.
Yeah, hold
Let's lock
on.
Now I'm gonna make it clear. I don't even play the
the order.
Deuteronomy 28 game. You trash, nigga.
We
You
gotta
done made
keep
me
the
walk
order.
away from my son. Hey, let me explain this to you. Hold on,
Hold
Damo.
on,
Hold on.
bro.
We talking shit. No, we talking shit. Let me explain something to you, nigga. You have not.
Why are you cussing?
You have not, because I like
cuss at you.
Because I like to.
I thought you were an Israelite. I thought it was your
not,
Sabbath.
you have not reached
I thought
the
it was
level.
just Sabbath.
You have not reached the level of where we at now. And I'm sorry for you. You're going to see that tonight.
Mhm.
I'll take that same debate. Don't run. And but here's the thing. If you're going to debate me, we're getting at least 15 minutes in the premise. And if you don't want to do that,
that's easy.
I want fit. Now, this is what we do. This is what
you
the
can
big
have
boys
15
do.
minutes.
Hold on, let me show you what the big boys do though. We do 15.
What you mean, big boys?
We do
You didn't beat
15.
me.
We do 15 with a
Easy
5
work.
minutes.
I like this one.
We do, hold on, listen. We do 15 with a 5-minute slide, meaning if you go past 15, that's okay. Can you handle that?
Anonymous, debating you is a cinch.
I didn't ask you that. Can you handle that?
Last year.
Can you handle that?
Debating you is a cinch.
Can you handle that?
I'm saying I can handle that. I'll destroy you.
All right, bet. That's it. We'll wait till Solar get on. We'll lock it down.
We see who in there.
We'll wait till Solar get on. The rest of it is nonsense. Let's get you beat up in the rest of it.
Why are you
Let's get you beat up in the rest of it.
You probably twirling your neck as you talk.
Yeah, all that shit is sound. All that shit is crazy, bro. Everybody knows you.
Everybody
knows you the sassiest light skin. Everybody know you the sassiest light skinned nigga around. We ain't worried about that. So back to the point, right? Back to the point. When Solar get on, we go ahead and lock it in, and we go ahead and knock it out. You stupid for taking the Deuteronomy 28 debate with me.
Okay.
Do I sound worried?
Well, hold on. Let me ask this though.
It's a bunch of brave niggas in the debate graveyard.
Y'all niggas got all
night. You just talking, man.
It's a bunch of brave niggas in the debate
anonymous.
Right now.
You just talking. It ain't even.
No, you've been talking. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it up.
Yeah.
You've been
that's
talking.
because I stomped you in the debate already.
Talking.
Made you.
And now you're trying to validate. Now you're trying to validate the fact that you know you
work is proven over here.
Bro, miss me with the nonsense. Let's go.
Why are you yelling so hard? You just yelling.
Let's go, Domo. Let's go, Domo.
Okay, what you calling for Domo for?
Because he's the host.
Well, nah,
you ain't figured it out? He the host?
So you said he's a host. You said Domo's a host.
You ain't figured out that he the host?
Okay, he's the host. Okay,
yeah, follow your spot. Follow your spot.
Got you. You lose.
Follow your spot, son. Follow your spot.
Right. So I know, but not because this is what I wanted to ask Chris though. You feel me?
Yeah. What's up?
How would you grade your comeback? Would you rate your?
Oh, triumphant. I'm trying to get away from all the
letter grade though. Letter grade.
Who's talking? Domo.
Letter grade.
Yeah, letter grade. That's what I want.
Letter grade. That's what he meant.
Kings aren't graded, son.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, let's go ahead and lock this in.
All right.
Go ahead and lock this in. Oh, I can't wait. What you gonna prove that he did?
All right. He talking big shit. Nah, this is cool. Yeah, I mean, shit. Niggas just talking big shit, man. Niggas just talking.
Oh, man, Kings ain't graded, Domo. You know what's up?
Nah, I'm saying, but
I'm the teacher.
But you feel me? You do gotta understand that. Yeah, I mean, there was a bit of rust there.
It was. I said I'm back like it's my first time. To say that there was no rust there.
Yeah. So okay. So that's why I said that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you feeling confident. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Tell you. I mean, if anybody shouldn't have nothing to fear from the champ. The sweater is right here. Is you know what I'm saying, will be you. So, you know, I understand the confidence. You want me to do with it?
Yeah.
I understand the confidence. You know what I mean? But again though, the way shit is now, it's like it's evolved. You feel me? Like it ain't it's a bit more complex in terms of which we all still trying to figure out, you know what I mean, what that looks like.
From the debates that I've heard, the top debaters have not really debated. I mean, we have Taz doing a lot of debates here. You know what I'm saying? I consider him a top debater, but I think he needs other top debaters. I think he need to be debating against top guys. I think top debaters need to be debating top debaters over here. I didn't want to debate Akmalak. Akmalak called me.
But I mean, I think
Akmalak, and shout out to Chris and Akmalak, man. Where's Akmalak at?
he was in.
Okay, hit that like button. Yeah, I don't think Akmalak is a low debater.
Let me ask Chris a question.
No, hold on. Let me make this point right quick. No, I'm not saying you said that. I just wanted to put that in perspective. But like they say, I do think that, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you step back in, you got to see, you know, what's changed and what hasn't. But I believe that you was ahead of a lot of motherfuckers pre-switch up of the system. So you still gonna be jiggy. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping you don't catch on until next season. So
I'm not gonna fall down. I'm not gonna fall down like that.
All right, I'm trying to get that championship, so it's okay if you do. You hear me? Do your thing, man. It's always season 5.
I'm still good looking. I'm still hitting hard. I'm still pretty, and I'm still
and you still sucking the circle buck.
I don't wear masks in debates.
Hey, so let me ask you a question. From the nigga that do wear masks in debates, what are you saying that Deuteronomy 28 is talking about? What are you saying that Deuteronomy 28 is talking about, sir?
The crickets.
You're Borging. I can't hear you.
You said whatever you said Deuteronomy 28 and 68 is about. If you saying it's not about, it doesn't apply to America, what does it apply to?
You said what? I think he Borging because he said.
Yeah, I think Chris Borging.
Yeah.
I know I'm clear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Come on.
You want to take all this off? Yeah, but where Ak at though? Did he dip? Where Battle Axe? You know what I'm saying? We're
Warriors one nation set apart.
Yeah, where y'all at, man?
Blow the Rams horn. Where
the comments at? What niggas is saying in the chat, man? Where niggas at? And where the fuck is Solar at? Because you know what I'm saying, it's always a lot of shit talking before the skulls.
Hey, hold on, son. No, make this nigga talk, bro. I know he hear me. What are you saying that it is talking about?
He was Borging, bro. Because he said you was Borging. So that means
he hear me now. That's why he came off mute. What are you saying Deuteronomy 28:68 is talking about?
It's talking about them leaving Egypt.
When you say them leaving Egypt, what do you mean?
First of all, let me explain this to you. As I've already told you, no Israelites were ever in captivity in Egypt. They were never in captivity there. There was no such thing as an Israelite captivity in Kemet. There was no such thing as an exodus. So let's get that thing clear between me and you. So I don't have to answer any of those questions as it pertains to what do you think it's talking about.
Hold on, you do got to answer if we're going to debate.
Whoa. Hold on. If you want to
debate, you do got to
anonymous. Hey, guess what? You're right. But it makes it clear who the biblical character Moses
Bro,
is
I'm not talking about none of that. I asked you clearly about Deuteronomy 28:68. Deuteronomy 28, bro. I'm not Afro-Asiatic. I'll do a whole stream on you running. Deuteronomy 28:68.
It's talking about Egypt.
Deuteronomy is talking about what?
I just told you. It's talking about Egypt.
It's
talking about the literal Egypt as a geographical place.
All right. Then we good. So then you're good with wording. Is Deuteronomy 28:68 talking about America?
What the fuck you mean? You ain't no Afro-Asiatic.
Are we talking about is Deuteronomy? Hey, stop running. I'm here in the podcast. Stay right here. Stay right here. So are we talking about? The question
in your back, man. You sound silly, man. Stop it.
Why you running, Sam? Hold on. I thought you was a champion. I thought you was a champion.
I am. What you mean?
So why you running? Stop the grandstanding. Let's have a conversation about whether we're gonna debate or not.
Let's have the conversation.
Then calm down. Do you want to have a conversation or you want to bitch?
You're the one yelling, calling everybody out their name, not me.
No, it's you.
You ain't even had a debate yet this year. And you're supposed to be the champion.
Stop introducing all of that. Stop introducing all of that. Let's set up this debate. Do you really want to debate me or not? Yes or no? Bet. So the question is, are we gonna word this thing?
Come on, anonymous crybaby. Go ahead, talk.
All that sounds amazing, bro. Are we gonna word?
What's your question?
All right. So, are we gonna set this title up correctly, where you have something to defend as well, or are you only interested in trying to make me defend Deuteronomy?
If you're the affirmative, why are you asking me to be an affirmative?
You should have something
You
to
want
defend.
to just call me out on the debate.
You're a liar,
Listen to
nigga. You
this
got on
guy.
here and called me out. Do we need to go back?
Adomo.
Do we need to go back?
Do
Do we need to go back to prove it?
I knew you was gonna do that.
Do we need to go
to
back to
defend
prove
if
it?
you're saying it's talking about
Everybody
Egypt?
heard you call me out. You said I'll watch you on the same debate.
I said I will watch you on the same
Nigga,
debate.
then that's you calling me out.
Okay, it's
Stop
talking
playing.
about Egypt. It ain't talking
That's
about
you
nothing
begging
more.
for
Easy.
debate, not me. Stop playing.
Begging.
Get your ego under
Begging.
control.
Anonymous.
Get your ego.
What's
You running already,
Anonymous, what's my
You
record
running-
against you?
You running already.
What's my record against you, Anonymous?
You're running already.
What's
fam.
my record against you?
You're running already, fam.
What's my record against you, Anonymous?
Running already.
You talking about that debate when I made you quit and cry
No,
and
I'm
do 2
talking
week
about.
streams?
I'm talking about the debate. I'm talking about the debate that we trying to set up now.
Hey,
That's what I'm
call
talking
Solar for the debate.
about. Solar's
it's my
on here.
show.
You don't gotta call him.
Okay.
Solar's on here.
You can call me.
So
No,
so
I ain't
now,
gonna
Call
call you.
Solar.
Gonna
Me
deal
and
with
you
it
ain't
right
finna
now.
talk right
Hold
now.
on.
Me and you
You
ain't
gonna
finna
deal
talk
with it
right
Solar.
now.
Hold on, Solar on here, but we got other things to handle, of course.
That's
It's a
right.
post-debate show.
Yeah, you don't want
You know what
that
I'm
smoke, little man. You don't want that smoke, light skin.
Man,
I know what it is.
Anonymous, let me explain something to
You
you,
don't,
dog.
nigga, don't explain
Hold
nothing
on,
to me.
hold on.
Explain to me why you running from the
Anonymous,
debate.
but you a peon at
Explain
this
to me
shit.
why you running from the debate.
I don't even be believing.
Hold on,
Explain
we
to
gonna
me why
get
you
to
running
this.
from the debate.
Gentlemen,
That's why you trying to find a
Explain
position
to me
where
why you running from the
what
debate.
you doing? What you
Gentlemen.
doing?
Hold
Explain
on.
why you're running from the debate.
Gentlemen, we got
So
something we
damn
gotta
well ain't
handle
nobody
real
running from
quick.
this debate.
Solar. Hold on. Let
He
me think.
mad because I
I'm on the
debunked
phone.
that bullshit tonight. That hurt his
Suave.
goddamn feelings.
Hold on.
That's
Nigga,
what he
this
mad about.
is a
Hey, guys,
debate
on.
league, little man. What you doing, bro?
Can you
What you doing,
share?
man?
Can you share?
Hey, Anonymous,
You
Anonymous,
ran
Alright,
from
yeah,
the
let me see.
at
playoffs,
this
nigga.
thing, man. You been
Don't nobody
crying
take
since
you serious, nigga. You ran from the playoffs. You ran
You a
from
co-host.
T-Duck.
You should be able to share it now, bro.
You want to get revisionist? We want to talk about niggas running from T-Duck? That's what we want to talk about?
Hold on.
That's
Anonymous.
he yelling at the top of his lungs. Daddy, don't do act like this on the
You don't
internet.
know when I'm yelling. You know
Daddy,
when I'm
don't
yelling.
act like this
I
on
got
the
you all in your
internet.
feelings. I got you hurt
Look
already.
at you, man. You just yelling for
I
no
got you
reason.
hurt.
Showing off for
That's
no
why you
reason.
want me to talk.
Hold
Hey,
on.
y'all, this is Shabbat, y'all.
That's
This
why
supposed
you
to be
don't
his
want me to
Sabbath, y'all.
That's why you want me to talk. That's why.
So, like I said, we got some things to handle. Solar, can you share your screen? Solar is sharing screen. Let's take a look at the people's score, the people's vote. It's a close one. Y'all can unmute. But
57-45.
57-45. It was a close one, but it looked like Chris pulled out the people's vote. It looked like.
But again, people posted the last couple of debates was like lopsided as fuck. So it's good to see that people got to see it. The people got to see it competitive. You know what I mean? Anybody else got anything to say about the people's vote? Debates and scheduling will be discussed afterwards. Everybody good on that? All right, let's keep it pushing. Totally, let's get into them scores. Can niggas hear me?
Yeah. Are y'all good with the people's vote? I'll go to the other vote. The other scores.
Yeah. Nah, that's what I was. I guess niggas couldn't hear me. I'm like, yeah, we good with let's get on to them scores.
All right. So let me bring that up real quick. All right, so here we go. Can y'all see?
Yeah.
All right. Talk to me.
Yeah, opening round, Akmalak, we got solid sevens. Opening round. I thought it was solid. I think like everybody else said though, it did come off primacy in the beginning. Yo. Can you hear me? Yeah, hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear both of y'all.
Yeah, we can hear everybody.
All right, cool. Yeah, it did come off a little primacy in the beginning. I mean, but towards the end, it kind of started clarifying. Okay, this is what my arguments will be. I mean, that so solid sevens. We'll see what it is. Let's get into that premise.
Yeah, no, let me say this about that. Because that opening, he gave away 5 minutes in the premise. No, that was a rebuttal. Okay, let me shut up.
All right,
this is a premise round.
The premise is 7 and an 8. I can see that. I feel like I lean more towards the 8, but like I said, the issue is it wasn't real. It was surface level. You feel me? It wasn't like a full, like a more of an in-depth explanation. It was just like, look, this thing is like this thing. You know what I'm saying? I do think it was clear, and I do think that it was organized. His premise was organized well, but in terms of just like it didn't go in depth. You feel me? That's the only criticism I would say. Like it was presented well and it was organized and structured well, but it just didn't have no depth to it for real. Anybody else? All right, let's take a look at that rebuttal. Now this is gonna be interesting. What does the rebuttal look like? It's a drop off, just like I said. The brother left 5 minutes on the rebuttal. The thing is, even if you don't feel like your opponent gave you a lot to rebuttal, you got 5 minutes to just talk about your premise and why your premise is better than your opponent's argument, period. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what they said, it's time for you to talk about why your argument is better than your opponent's argument. You know what I mean? So I feel like when niggas be like, well, I ain't really got nothing else to say, yeah, you should be able to talk ad nauseum about your premise. You should be able to go into detail that you wasn't able to go into, you know what I'm saying, in the premise. Now, you know what I'm saying, explain more that you wasn't able to explain. You feel me? So when you leave half your premise, like when you leave half your rebuttal, it's like wide open, it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Especially when it wasn't like you was killing. It wasn't like he was like, damn, he murdered that. What else could he say? No, it was a lot left to be desired. You feel me? With 5 minutes left. Anybody else?
Yeah, and the fact that he gave her 5 minutes and got a 6 and a 7 reflect how good he did. You know what I'm saying? Just utilizing them other 5 minutes and maybe, like he really should have been beating the shit out of it because let's face it, even if your opponent don't give you a lot, I mean, you can drag out a lot further than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I would expect for him to prepare for that more. And another thing about that Akmalak or anybody, you didn't make your opponent stand on something. That's where your lack of rebutting shit, because he didn't really have to lay nothing down. That's why his premise to me sounded kind of rebuttal because he didn't have a premise to stand on. Like he was just like, nah, this dude, it's not. So make sure for me, a strategy. Make sure it's just not a one-sided debate where you just, kicking dust and kicking sand up. Make the other person stand on something that you'll actually have informative rebuttal round.
That's incorrect. He called me and told me what he wanted to debate.
And we hear from you when they finish with the scores.
No, I'm not saying that you
No.
You did what you were supposed to do.
No, but what I'm saying up there saying is when I gave him the definition of it, he said, no, that's not it. I said, well, I don't really want to debate this because I think it's an open and shut door. There's nothing for you really. There's no equity for you here. I told him that over the phone. He started hollering out that he was hollering about that I was afraid.
7-6 rebuttal round.
Yeah, that's accurate. I think it's accurate. Yeah, you got waffles in the morning, son. Go. I think that's an accurate rebuttal though. He didn't know how to tie in everything like Domo was saying. Use that 5 minutes to tie it in with your premise. right? When you find yourself in that space, recap that argument and tie it into your premise, right? Tie it in to show not only that it's wrong, but why or how it's wrong in comparison to your premise. Show how your premise is better. You don't even got to introduce new information. If you're standing on your premise, stand on it. So if you rebutting and you find yourself in that space, I mean, basically go back over your premise. That's what he should have did.
Mic check.
Yeah, who is that? Blue?
Okay. Yeah, that's me. So
Yeah,
man, I see, and this is where it was a fine line for me, because I think his first half of his rebuttal, he did well. And then I think he could have used the second half to drive it home. I don't think he was in, like, I think the situation, because I think you can leave 5 minutes on the clock, like, especially if you're in a situation that KOT was in the other night. Like, to me, that was it. Like, if KOT,
that was different though. I think that was different. Chris didn't pull a Rabbi Lewis, but I agree.
Yeah, but that's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say this round was different. I think for him in this type of, he wasn't in the same situation, and I think he could have utilized them last 5 minutes to either try to really drive home.
I've never debated Rabbi Lewis. You have.
I guess I'm supposed to take you serious when you debated a Ratazar. So anyway, we'll move on.
I wish you would, because you crying like a little girl for no reason.
I actually just gave you a compliment and you're being weird. Nigga, you're showing a high level of insecurity.
I thought it was your Sabbath. Why are you cussing on your Sabbath?
No, it's past 12 o'clock now.
Hey, look, and how about this?
Hey, look,
how about this?
How about you just shut the fuck up for the rest of the night?
Look, that's why you.
How about we get into the rapid fire? Solomon. Where is this nigga at? Go to the next round. Rapid fire. We have sevens. I think that's on the higher side. I think that's generous. I mean, it's average. I think sevens this year represent you did something. You know what I mean? You didn't lay down and just let a nigga, you know what I'm saying, walk over you. You did something. Which is just not really, I don't think it was no real haymakers. There was nothing, there was no room shakers. There was no, ooh, he got him on. You know what I mean?
Where is the comment section with the judge's notes? I haven't seen that.
That's after that. You do that after.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So sevens. Anybody else that's not trying to argue with another nigga? All right, there. Moving on. Let's go ahead and get into that closing.
To be honest, just crossing my fingers to see how fast we can go through it.
We're gonna point out though that the only nigga that's really trying to argue is him because he need to be relevant though. That's what y'all gonna do when it comes to 8. Let's keep going.
Closing round 8. Okay, so Akmalak had his best round in the closing. Man, he put a nice little bow on it. Ak is becoming a good storyteller. He is becoming more structured. He is becoming more organized. He had to, even though he didn't really have a lot of strong haymakers and punches throughout the debate, he was technical. You know what I'm saying? He was solid technically. You feel me? Now that just means that it's more the argumentation and the information that need to be upgraded and added to. You feel me? But other than that, from a technical standpoint, yeah, he closed it out the way that he needed to.
And that's solid a fact. Growth. The fact that he did come in there and he improved. The man improved. And now he can focus on other areas he needs to improve in, and he got all season to do it. So I see Akmalak as one of the competitors for best improved. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Right now, it's him and KOT. I agree with you on that. I think right now, him and KOT going head to head for most improved. And we thought that his first debate of the season. So I think he gonna hold.
Yeah, this whole ass nigga I made quit last year and shit. He did streams about the league and shit. Y'all hear me?
Man, let's get to this next.
What y'all want to eat?
I'm about to get up.
Exactly.
This fish. So I get into no shot match at your whole ass.
All right, let's get into
Yeah, this definitely was his strongest round. That was definitely well to me. His opening was just as strong as his close. I think.
What's
You
what
know,
is what is
y'all got me muted. I'm sitting up here talking and shit.
Oh yeah, I gotta pay attention to when I mute everybody, bro. You gotta pay attention to when I
Yeah,
mute.
because I got the share screen though. I couldn't see.
Yeah, that's why I was like, damn, where the nigga going with the shit, bro?
No, I agree. I think his closing was stronger than his opening, even though I thought he had a strong opening. I was just curious to see how the judges were gonna judge an opening round when you're going into definitions. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of think that's for the premise. You know.
I thought though it was more so. I think he used it though to kind of establish what he was gonna be arguing more so. You know what I'm saying, and why?
Yeah.
Because I don't think he really. I didn't feel his opening as a premise. It felt like an opening. You know what I mean? From the beginning, it felt like he was providing the information that this is what I'm gonna be arguing. This is why I'm gonna be arguing. He never went in how, and then you know what I'm saying. I think he was pretty good on the. I think his opening it wasn't as strong as his very first his first debate, but this was a strong opening. Strong closing as well.
Yeah. Like I said, yeah, I agree. Like I said, I think he's recognizing how to get better in this league, and we seeing it once again. To me, that's a testament to the league, just like when we saw it with KOT.
Let's get to that PowerPoint.
All right.
9 and a 10.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. There you go.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was organized, it was proportioned, you know what I'm saying? Like it was well structured. You feel me? Everything was legible. You know what I mean? Like what I mean, like I felt like this one of them things that said, you know, of course, to get a perfect on anything, you gotta go above and beyond. But you know what I mean? Like Malak showing this shit, he paying attention to what the fuck is going on. 9 and a 10.
It could be that he did too much for, you know. I think with his transitions, I don't want to see no birds flying and all that shit.
Stop hating.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to figure out a 9. I mean, you know, like, keep it, you know.
Cause shit, the birds flying, maybe by one of them gave a 10. Shit, man.
I'm just saying the perfect score, you know. That could.
Yeah, nah, I feel you.
You
But
know,
yeah, good shit on that presentation. Niggas just stepping their shit up in the overall.
Good job,
overall. 7 and 8. That's respectable. 7 and 8.
It should have been a solid 8, though. In my opinion.
For one of them, what do I always say? It sounds much better in your head. You feel me? This is respectable for one of them debates. You feel me? Because this is a personal narrative that a nigga's trying to be like, I can prove it. And usually the burden is a little higher outside of a nigga head than it is when he putting it together. So for him to for this, because this is a classic Malak battle axe, one nation set apart debate. Nigga, it's America, Egypt, and the Bible. So for the nigga to get, you know what I'm saying, a 9 and a 10 in the presentation, 8s in the closing, it's consistent 7 and 8s throughout the debate. I mean, that's a good showing. That's a good showing. What's the I know Ak did the math. Where the math at?
I didn't do it. Is Ak back?
I don't even think he's on here. Who did the math? Who in the
Solar got the number. What's the number, Solar?
I don't know why y'all say that if I already got
the like what's the number? So
I don't know who having a number. Who got the number?
Yeah, 116.
116. All right.
Hold on, what did I say? I said 115, right?
I said 117. Yeah, so we right. Yeah, you're right.
I said 115. What'd you say, Suave?
I said 118, 112.
You said 112 for battle axe?
Yeah, he had 112 for Ak.
What'd you say, Taz?
113.
And then, hold on, he got 114?
116. He got
He got
116.
116. All right, so yeah, everybody was pretty close. I think niggas got an idea. You feel me? Of what it is. So that's that respectable performance for Akmalak. Shout out to One Nation Set Apart. Shout out to his sensei, Battle Axe. Even though niggas be over there with them hating ass niggas talking shit, it's still love. Let's get into the return of Chris Harris. Let's do it.
All right.
Because everybody got an ego until they see a 7. I'm not saying it. Not saying it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into the opening round. Chris Harris 9 and a 10.
There it is.
Questionable. I mean, if you can come out,
we're gonna talk about this.
If you can come out and start rebutting in your opening, and this is what y'all giving, I'm gonna show y'all, and I dare y'all to not give me the same scores. I'm gonna do a drill on y'all. I don't give a fuck about no rules if y'all ain't gonna have a standard, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
And I agree with him, right? And I ain't even trying to hate. I'm starting to get concerned when we're looking at if you can open up in your opening and it sounds like a rebuttal. We focusing on a rebuttal. At some point in time, we got to say, I don't care how he ties it in or whatever, it sounds like a rebuttal. We would say that to anybody else. If this was anybody else, it would sound like a rebuttal. We even said this, everybody agreed to a man. Okay, he tied it in, but everybody on the panel agreed to a man that was watching it that it sounded like a rebuttal.
What I seen is him reading his opponent's premise and then going into his position. That's what I seen. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be more.
I mean, that's what you're supposed. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Read your opponent's premise.
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes it a complete. But that's what makes it a motherfucking setup because you're rebutting his premise as you read it. You think man, hey, bruh, you low level intellectuals. That shit ain't cool. How is that not a fucking rebuttal when you're reading what the man gave you as a premise and you opening with that? Are you fucking that stupid, Solar? Oh wait,
yeah, like I'm just telling you what I saw, bro. I saw him read the premise and then go into his opening.
Let me say why that's the issue though, right? It's not the issue that he read the opponent's rebuttal. It's the fact that his opening.
What you mean? It's premise?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not an issue that he read his opponent's premise. It's the fact that his opening then revolves around rebutting the opponent's premise. Like we didn't get a clear cut, like this is my opening and here's what my opponent is saying. And that's what
I did say that.
And that's
I heard him do that.
I did say all that. I said all that.
I did hear him do that.
I don't think y'all understand. I don't think y'all understand what we're saying.
Well, that's as a tie-in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point that I'm making. Like structure matters. Order also matters. So in other words, his opening is based upon responding to his opponent's premise rather than here's my premise and then here's what my opponent's premise is. We literally have been punished for season 3 for things like that. I've seen people punished in season 3.
What do you mean we? You haven't even debated yet.
Nigga, this season 4. I talked about season 3. Like
I'm still trying to sit there and say.
Are you this?
No, what I'm trying to sit there and say is I never rebutted him in my opening.
I'm just saying, man, upgrade the standard.
I don't think I rebutted him in my opening. I just said how I'm gonna be defining my argument. All you gotta do is go back and listen to it.
But let's get to it though, man. We just need a standard.
Let's go to the premise.
Let's take a look at the premise. You know what I'm saying? 9 and a 10. Powerful open premise, a 10 and a 9.
Hey, look, I ain't mad at it. If that's the standard, then it is what it is.
A 10 and a 9.
Yeah, once again, he didn't have nothing to stand on. He didn't make him affirm nothing. You know, all you gotta do
that's what I'm saying. Like when it's a debate, I
have to review my opening against Taz from the playoffs after this.
So
absolutely,
like that's crazy, bro.
I mean, he did the same exact shit. The same exact shit. I was looking at it when Blue was doing it. Like, isn't that a rebuttal? And then it was called a rebuttal. It's the same blueprint.
What did he do?
He rebutted the argument as he was opening with what his argument is going to be, as he's telling you what he's going to rebut with his opening. You're dumb. And so I know that's hard for you to
Bro, why?
go back and watch it a couple times.
I'm not saying that I disagree with you, bro.
All right, okay. Well,
So
long as that's
where's all the shit coming? Where's all the bitching coming from?
Because well, I'm not bitching. I'm telling you, there's no.
You just called me dumb for no reason. I just said, what do you think?
For no reason.
I didn't say that I agree with it or disagree with it.
When don't I call you? When don't I call you dumb?
I'm just like, yo, like you're all in your feelings, like towards me for no reason. I just said, what do you think? You said you're dumb.
Nigga, we involved in a league.
One of the things that the judges
saying, like, what the fuck? Like, goddamn. At least let me make my statement first before you call me dumb.
Gentlemen, one of the things that the judges point out, and this is all niggas is speaking to, because like we said at the beginning, we get in a feel for what niggas is, you know what I'm saying, what's what. You feel me? One of the things that they said at the beginning when they was talking about the rules was just a opening should sound like an opening, a premise should sound like a premise, a rebuttal should sound like a rebuttal. You feel me? That was one of the things that was specifically spoken to. So, yeah, I mean, if you know what niggas is speaking to is like, okay, so because the premise did sound, well, it was rebuttally. You feel me? So like,
I pointed out 7 rebuttals.
The opening, I can't like open them like I could, you know what I mean? That is, I get why he did that. The premise did sound rebuttally. Now I'm more interested to see what the rebuttal looked like, because like I said, what I was speaking to was when you rebuttaling in your premise, you stand the risk of your rebuttal actually sounding redundant.
I mean, when you look at the topic of the debate, though, is really not a position that he is taking. He's just really going against what Akmalak is saying, as far as with the America being similar to Egypt. It's not an or in there. It's just like, so he gotta show how America is not Egypt. I mean,
right, but in doing that, he's saying that the
I mean, in doing that would be rebutting the Akmalak's information.
No, hold on. What I'm saying is he has a position outside of just saying no to Akmalak, and that's that the scripture is talking specifically about, or it's talking about a specific group.
And
of
what
people.
everybody else is trying to tell us, Damo, is him not having another place to defend. Now, and you got every right to disagree, because I disagree with it as well. But the argument is by Akmalak not forcing him
to say, I mean, because that topic would be, is America Egypt, or is the Bible specifically talking about Egypt?
Basically, what it should have been is America, is Deuteronomy 28:68 talking about America or Egypt for the judges to go with what we saying. That's what Solar's saying, and that's also what Swab is saying.
I mean, because the way it's titled is gonna. I mean, what else is he supposed to do? Like, is opposed to go against America being Egypt, and that in turn is going to be rebutting his information.
Let's get to this rebuttal round, my G.
Even in the position where he's negating saying no to another position, niggas, like, it's a reason why both debaters lay out a premise. Because even though you're saying it's not that, you clearly saying it's something else. Like in the debate, the nigga said this is talking about a specific group of people, like the Bronze Age.
What are you saying in this premise?
You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's saying and talking about. It's talking about this group of people at this time. You feel me? The way that he argued it antithetical to
y'all done?
Hold on, can niggas not hear me?
Yeah, your voice.
You went out. You went out for a second.
You cut out. You sounded
muffled.
You sounded real muffled.
It's all good. Yeah, we can move on. We go to the rebuttal.
We heard you though.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah. The favoritism is in, bro. I ain't going, bro. What type of shit is this, fam? What type of shit is this, my nigga?
Hold on.
This nigga sucks, bro. I will embarrass this dumbass nigga, bro, in any fucking debate. And you mean to tell me y'all giving out 10s like this for that pathetic shit I just watched?
Wow.
Oh, my bad. I can't say nothing,
bro.
Well, hold on. I think
No, you I ain't got nothing to matter with what you're saying now. And direct your shit to me. I don't want you directing it towards the judges.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like you can't a perfect score and you don't use all your time. Come on.
Like that's a perfect rebuttal for real.
And I just got docked for not using all my time by the people who set the standard. Right? Ain't that what y'all told me on my post debate that was the standard when I was docked the point for the time, which is why I didn't hit 140?
That was in what round?
Do it matter? Leaving time on the clock.
I mean, because I judged that debate.
Right. So which rounds are we cool to leave time on the clock in?
I personally said that like your opening, I would like for the debater to take all of the time for the opening.
But just the opening, just the opening.
Yeah, that's my personal preference though.
But I think the rebuttal uniquely requires proper time management. Now, the Akmalak,
like the rebuttal is, like you said, it's only really predicated around enough information that the person is giving you. So I would say if I'm going to be leaning it towards the time, it would be in the rebuttal round.
That shit, bro.
But you're talking about being lenient. We're not talking about being lenient, nigga. We're talking about a perfect round.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, can I say something real
That
quick?
was a perfect round.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I heard Solar say time when I was talking, how did I leave any time out? He said time.
Okay, I may be wrong. Because when I was like, when I said how much time was left, nigga said it was like 3.
No. He left 2 minutes on the clock. Akmalak left 5 minutes and 39 seconds.
I didn't leave any. Solar said time.
Oh no, he didn't leave. No, I thought he left time on the opening, but then he continued. He stopped.
No, in the rebuttal was 2 minutes.
That was a rebuttal.
In the rebuttal, Solar said time. He said time.
Yeah, he may have heard that. I mean, like I said,
Solar said time. You can go back and listen. He said time. I said okay.
Yeah, but you had 2 minutes on the clock. I don't know why you would say time at that point.
If I said time, that means the time's up. Y'all may got the rounds mixed up. I know it was one round that he left time. I think it was
the rebuttal. I specifically because I wasn't looking at the clock. I was like that seemed short. So I asked, was there any time left? And niggas said a couple minutes. But regardless, again, you know what I mean, it's just we just trying to get an understanding from the judges. That's all. Everybody's trying to get an understanding from the judges, trying to get a standard. You feel me? Now, again, debaters do have to realize that not all judges are the same. So you're not going to get like a cookie cutter.
I went back.
So anonymous. So hold on, real quick. Domo. You spoke about what Akmalak did great, but you're complaining about me and not even acknowledging anything. I don't get it.
He didn't.
It sounds a little weird to me.
I didn't hear one good thing you did.
I can actually on this whole thing. I can actually understand Taz. I was complaining for Taz. So I would tell you that.
Like you don't want to hear about you. You really don't. You're trash. You didn't present.
Sure I am.
Ducked and ran.
Scores don't say it.
You complained and cried to hold it. That's a fallacy. That's this. I don't have to answer
that's called
that.
Identifying an argument
Nigga, if that's the art of what these fucking judges want as a debate, if they asking for pussies and crybabies to join this league, is that what they're asking?
You should learn how to debate properly and citate properly. Yeah.
Hold on.
You ain't even following the rules they gave.
Yes, I was. I followed them specifically.
All right, fam.
All right, fam.
We just getting again. It's developing the standard. It's developing the standard. Let's take a look at the closing.
All right. The closing.
No, at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, Chris say, "This all I got to say to my brother." With that being said, I think I said enough to the loving brother, and I'm done. At 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. It was a rebuttal. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but in terms of like when you again, but you know when you're looking at 2 things, that's right. I mean,
I couldn't have said time then if that's the case.
Well, no,
No,
hold on,
he
but I'm
didn't say
saying
time.
because
Okay.
we do.
Hey,
I
did
mean,
he
I
keep
think
going
the
after
standard
that
should
though,
be you
Suave?
take advantage of your. I think the standard should be you take advantage of all the time on the clock, not that you have to use all your time on the clock.
That's fair.
Okay, so
The nigga that come back, the nigga that come back and have his first conversation and first fucking debate talking about what the standards should be. If you don't
I
shut
ain't
the
telling you
fuck
what the
up, nigga,
standards.
you ain't even in the conversation
I ain't
about
telling
what
you
the
what the
standards
standard should
should be.
be. I'm just telling you what you should do with your time. Maybe you could get scores like this, Taz. You done debated 3 times, brother.
Right. Well,
Oh
actually,
shit, that's a
no.
shot.
Well, maybe you should try and
I've
listen to how I
actually
do it.
debated a lot more times than that, so I would know the standard unless they changing it for a bitch ass nigga they like.
Oh, now I'm a
Fuck,
bitch ass
nigga.
nigga, but remember, dog, I set the
Well,
standard
yeah,
in
you
this league.
was a bitch ass nigga before you got on
Bitch
here.
ass nigga, because I'm getting 10s and 9s, and you getting
All
7s
right,
and
come
8s.
on, guys.
Come on, man, it's
Yes,
just a
bro, because I
score.
don't do that fake shit, bro. If you
Now
don't
it's
have the
fake.
integrity, if you
You
don't have
understand?
the
I'm
integrity to
having lots of
question your
integrity.
own
I'm just telling
scores,
you what
I'll
you should do with
question
your
them for you.
time.
If you don't
This is
have the
weird to me.
integrity to question your own scores, I will question them for you, nigga.
Right.
What
Okay.
the fuck you talking about? Bro, I
Okay,
don't
well,
do
I'm not
this
gonna
shit
get
for
into
the
a
fuck
yelling
of
match
it.
over the phone.
I put a
I'm not gonna do
lot
all
of
that.
fucking time into this shit, my nigga.
Well, maybe you ain't
Y'all
putting enough
got me
time
fucked
into it.
up.
Looking at them scores you be receiving.
No, bro, I don't give a fuck about your scores at this point, bro.
Then why are you yelling and cussing like you doing, dog?
Nigga, cause now we talking about your integrity.
My integrity is that I'm a good debater.
All right.
All right. So rapid fire
Hey,
round.
can I say this real
Y'all got
quick?
anything to say about the rapid fire round?
No, I want to finish with the rebuttal.
It was pathetic.
Suave
It's not
is right.
none.
Hold on. Let me get this off. Suave is absolutely right. Malak left 5 minutes. Chris left 2 minutes. So the issue that I have then is he just lied because he said he heard Solar say time at the end of his joint. Right. So
Right,
that's
looking for that. He was looking for that backup.
right.
Bitch
So that's strike one. But my
Bitch
only
ass
issue is
nigga.
That ain't strike one.
Running high
Okay, maybe I
behind
misheard
Solar.
it then.
Bro, you ain't
It doesn't
misheard
mean
shit,
you
bro.
don't have to use all your
So you
time.
getting coddled,
Where's that in
nigga.
the
You
rule
getting
book?
coddled. So you can even rely on the
Hey,
fucking
hey, y'all,
commissioner.
thank you for the
You can even
scores,
rely on the
y'all. I'm not
commissioner.
about to yell
Because
at
you're
everybody
getting
in this league.
coddled. There's your
Hey,
integrity.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying, dog. Like, nigga, it's a time for this.
bro. I was just giving my response to that rebuttal. Right.
We on to the rapid fire, bro. We are on to the rapid fire. We talking about the
That's
rapid fire
crazy,
round.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Nines. The nigga controls the rapid fire. Like I said, Malak didn't have any places where he kind of shined. You feel me? And this type of, again, with this type of debate, with the type of judges you're gonna get with this type of debate, you gotta show a mastery of the conversation. You know what I mean? One person did that more than another. That's where we at. Solid nines. Both judges agreed on nines. Let's get to the closing. Tens again. Another perfect round.
Y'all niggas is fucking haters, bro.
Yeah, the opening closing rounds, I don't have a
Y'all
problem.
niggas, y'all niggas.
I mean, although it was a rebuttal in the
I fuck with
opening.
y'all.
Like,
I fuck with y'all, bro.
I mean, like, to be for
No,
real,
that's
like,
y'all
I'm not a
that's
hater
no
at
love
all,
at
bro.
all, bro. Like this,
Bro,
no love at all, bro. This
I
is like,
respect the game, my nigga.
no, cause I
Like,
mean, I would say that it was
I ain't,
definitely a great
bro,
close.
this shit ain't my nigga.
That's crazy, bro. Yo, y'all niggas ain't say shit, bro.
Look, let's just talk about the fucking round, bro. Let's not instigate. These niggas. Look,
I mean, that's
at
what
the
y'all.
end,
no reason to lie, bro.
at the end of the
Oh,
That's why they made a bunch of rules so the pussy ass niggas can hide behind them. Bitch
Bro,
ass nigga kick me out. Tell me I ain't gonna have no more debates. That's what's gonna happen.
bro,
You ain't gonna have your pussy ass on here laughing and shit about the nigga you coddling, nigga.
how do
Y'all
I
kick
coddle
me out
him? What
before
the
you
fuck
play
is going
me.
like? Go ahead, bitch, bro.
You have to kick me out before you play me, nigga.
All right,
Think I'm bullshitting.
go ahead.
Keep on thinking some shit
Go
funny,
ahead,
nigga.
go ahead, bro. I'm gonna continue to laugh at your bitch ass.
man,
Yeah,
look,
continue on.
y'all playing the game, dog. I'm telling you, I'm starting to take it.
But I'm gonna win it though. That's the thing.
I'm starting to take it as disrespect at this point,
Right, you're supposed to.
nigga. All right, then, nigga. I'm gonna respond like I'm being disrespected, then. Nigga,
Right.
closing rounds 10. Like I've been telling you niggas, these niggas who have expertise who built their whole image around certain conversations, stop challenging these niggas to some shit because they better at talking about it than you. Stop challenging this nigga Taz on Wednesday. Stop challenging Chris on motherfucking what the prophecies in the Bible and all this other shit, especially when your rhetoric ain't on the level to be able to have a conversation like this. Now, I was very organized in this debate, but again, it was a surface level conversation. You know, compared to
I think that they should do that though. In order for them to get better, they gotta do that. They gotta face the person with the better argument to learn how to
standard changes per debate. How they gonna get better?
Hold on. The standard don't change per debate. You got different judges judging different topics.
Right, which means the standard changes per judge. Are you that slow?
It don't change. It's called judge adaptability.
It clearly does. People ain't losing points for not using the time. They're being rewarded for it. They're getting 10s for not using all the time, bro. What do you mean?
But listen. It's a better way to have this conversation than this, though.
How?
Hold on. First,
like we just sat down and
Domo,
listened to
I mean, Domo, what
stream.
is Ted doing any differently from what he normally does? I mean, why do you even have?
Hold on. Let's get it to the PowerPoint. Let's get it to the PowerPoint.
You act like he's doing something different.
Let's get through the scores and then we'll talk about it. Let's get to the PowerPoint. A 10 and an 8. All right. So somebody.
I think that 10 was too much right there. Like, because I think that you know,
I got a 10 and a 9.
But yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't. I mean, I could see it, the words and all that, but it wasn't really, you know, perfect. Like, you know.
But again, man, be quiet, Sola.
Nigga bogus, dog.
That's why you supposed to fight to jump on that shit.
That nigga bogus. That nigga watched all them 10s go by and said, you know what? I don't think it's PowerPoint.
Let's take a look at the overall.
Oh shit, bro. What you got to say about the PowerPoint?
No, I mean, I feel like that first judge, you know what I'm saying?
You got one.
He gave them both. He gave them both 10s, so it's like, all right. Like,
as long as you got one and everything legible, that's not up for debate. Like, niggas deserve 10s as long as the information is on.
Yeah, that's the type of shit I be.
This is the opening round. That's the only round. That's the round I went home on.
And then the overall. A 9 and 10.
I never seen a 10 in the overall.
How the fuck did Judge 2 give a 10?
We talking about favoritism, bro. This shit is crazy. Unreal.
That's a 9. Like, you have to get all 10s to get a 10 overall, Judge 2.
What's the total on this favoritism debate?
The total for Chris Harris in his favoritism debate is a
1 tripping.
It's a 143.
Right, 143. That was a 143.
All right, good night, y'all. Thanks.
No
doubt.
So make that.
Let's stay here and work this debate out.
With old boy. Give me a call with this bitch on the phone.
Let's. Bro, I'm not gonna be no bitch and call you on the phone. Yeah, fuck you then.
Hey,
let me get this off my chest then. Hey, let me get this off my chest real quick. Let me get this off my chest. Let me get this off real quick. Hey, I'm gonna say the same thing to him that I say to all y'all. Calling me a bitch and all of that, like that ain't finna get you to debate, especially when I see you running. Nigga, you a hoe. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You gonna tell her I'm a hoe?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why though, right? If you really want that debate, you stand in the pocket like a man, bro. Stop running behind the scenes and trying to egg niggas on and trying to talk niggas down and trying to talk crazy about niggas so they just get mad enough to debate you. That's just not gonna work with me. I don't give a damn if I don't never debate you again, nigga. And you say, oh, I beat Anonymous in season 2 because Kansu helped you, nigga. That's good. We got everybody on record admitting that. But regardless of the fact, nigga, if you debate me on this topic, we're going to set it up publicly so everybody hears it, and you're going to have a point to defend. It's not just going to be Deuteronomy 28:68 either. We'll deal with the entire chapter of Deuteronomy 28, and is it cyclical, or is it just...
How back on the panel? You calling me?
Say that nigga Chris calling you
Man, tell
already,
that nigga
bro?
to get on the panel, bro. Hang up
Hold
on that
on,
nigga and stop coddling this
but
nigga, bro.
I do want to.
Ain't nobody. I hung up. Damn, nigga, y'all niggas need to chill the fuck out. God damn.
Hey, I'm not trying to come at you, but I'm just saying everybody else.
God damn, y'all niggas.
Hold on, Solar. I'm not coming at you. I'm not coming at you like that. What I'm saying is everybody else has evolved
No,
to a
it's cool,
certain
bro.
standard.
No, I'm not saying it that way.
Yeah, but I want you to make it clear. Like, I'm not coming at the judges. I'm not coming at you. I'm saying everybody else has evolved to a certain standard, right? This nigga thinks that he doesn't have to. I'm going to force y'all, if I have to make him grow up and come to the proper standard.
I mean, his debate was against Akmalak, and
I don't care about the scores. I'm talking about the tactics.
I know, but this is just me making a statement now. I mean, so he's a up and coming debater. He's still developing. And I think that he was kind of outwitted on the actual topic because really, I mean, it was all Chris already had to do was shoot. He didn't even have to put up a shield, you know. So this was I think that right from the outset put him in a position where it gave him a lot of freedom to find different ways of attacking the argument. I think he did a good job, you know.
Hey, I mean, in this now, but I will say this though. I will say this. The issue, like and I understand the frustration sometimes because as much as I feel like Chris definitely won this debate, there was a lot of rust around. There was heavy conversation about an opening sounding like an open, a premise sounding like a premise, a rebuttal sounding like a rebuttal, right? Like that's something that was made clear. So even though it was a good round, if it's rebuttally, if it's primacy, you feel me? And these are phrases that judges have used. Then I don't see then it's certain 10s that I don't see how that's a 10 from the conversation that the judges have had. Now, if they're showing that they're not as you can still have a 10 if you're performing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I then let that be that. But
so you can get an overall 10 and not get 10 in every round.
This is what I'm saying. This is where the onus is been on the judges to you know what I'm saying to show
I mean, Dumbo actually came up with the overall, and he said that was presentation, argumentation, and decorum. It wasn't like adding up all the scores.
But it's not that. I'm just saying, how can you say he got a 10 overall if you don't think he got a 10 in every round? That's all I'm saying.
Well, because it's because they
you see how you stuttering like you should, and I'm not saying you're gonna be wrong. I'm not saying you're gonna be wrong or not. I'm just saying the fact
about you getting a 10 in every round. It's about your
right. That's not the point that I'm making, bro. All right, bro. Hey, look,
that's exactly what the point you was making, though. You said how he get a 10.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
If he didn't get a 10,
all I'm saying is this. And I feel like Damo is feeling the same way. If that's a 143, I'm good. I'm not tripping. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm actually happy. If that's a 143, I'm straight. I'm not worried about it at all.
Like what I seen was I seen a debate that Chris Harris debated, countless of times, and he actually dealt with it very in depth, from his perspective. I don't, yeah. So I seen it like in the 140s.
Now, okay. I don't even care if he get the 140. I don't even trip. My thing is the structure of the opening round. Like that was literally, I used that literal blueprint in my debate against Taz.
And what was your topic again? That was the playoffs.
But that was the playoffs. That wasn't about scoring. That was about
right. These are performance debates. So I get that. So
no, but it's still that's because even though it shifts to win losses, you know what I'm saying? Again, they still keeping track of these things. Like these were things that niggas like that nigga Melvin said multiple. Like he told me my closing sounded like a rebuttal. And he had a problem with that. Like that type of shit. You feel me?
Hey, can I ask everybody on it? And I don't have no dog in the fight at this point because I thought Akmalak lost the debate anyway, so I don't care. Was that the best debate that we've seen all season?
Me personally, no.
Even overall debate?
Just
Hell
period.
no.
I mean, he's got the best score. He's got the best score that we've seen.
I think that it probably could warrant the best score because of the topic and the level of competition.
And exactly. And the debate.
Not only that,
But it definitely wasn't the best debate that I've seen.
But I mean, and then Chris is gonna pretty much get them scored. I ain't. My thing is, before I go into the playoffs, I need to know what is the standard for the structure of the opening round.
I'm not gonna front, bro. I need to know when I go into my performance debates because
because I mean, when you're looking at it, once again, the topic, like his whole premise is a rebuttal, because it's just like, yo, is America Egypt? He like, no, it ain't okay. America is Egypt, or is it Tanzania? Then his premise
no, it's
is
not.
Tanzania.
It's Deuteronomy 28:68 talking about America.
Yeah, is it talking about America?
All he had to do was, so basically, you saying all he had to do was just pull up and say no.
Either it is or it ain't. It ain't America or something else. So I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what is he's supposed to do, all except rebut it being America.
I mean, as far as
but yeah, hey, let the cat know though. If we set up a debate, it's gonna be on a live stream, and it ain't gonna be all that calling me no.
Yeah, I think that what you said was a smart tactic, which would be like, yo, I gotta have an argument, you gotta have a position,
right?
So I think that in itself gave him points. So the fact that he didn't have a position, but so he was just like, no, that is not. That's just what it was. That's what Akmalak brought to him. Akmalak called me and asked me to,
Yeah, it is suspect, bro. I ain't gonna front, but I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it though. I'm gonna eat this one. I'm gonna eat this one, but I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, it's a little suspect, fam. I'm just gonna be honest. And anybody that watched that debate,
man, let's be real though. I mean, let's be real. I mean, I'm not a dumb dude. Y'all was already talking in the context of doing what y'all doing right now, because y'all knew he was going to get a high score.
All right, let's watch this.
Y'all knew the nigga was going to get a high score. Y'all didn't know what it was.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
It was already on the note. Like,
I don't think. I think
that you had a little rust.
I think you're actually incorrect.
Questions to set up.
I think you're actually incorrect. You should calm down on that one, because we was making comments on this on the actual show, right? And wasn't nobody hating on him. Wasn't nobody like, oh, F this dude.
It sounded like a bunch of hate just throughout this round.
Well, I mean, he brought that with the energy, if that's what you want to say.
My energy? It was my energy.
Hey, bro, like I'm not gonna play with you. Like I'm gonna be honest.
I wasn't saying nothing. Matter of fact, I didn't even say nothing. Hey, bro, I didn't even say nothing, and I was called a bitch ass nigga, and I was siding with him.
I did that with you, but I did.
I'm talking about all y'all. This is all y'all.
I didn't call you. Like, bro, like this. Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest. Like this, where
I was called a bitch ass nigga, and
like, fam, this where it get weird. I'm trying to have a real conversation about this. I'm not trying to call you no names. I'm not calling you out your name. I'm not trying to hate on that cat. I'm trying to have a real conversation, because we finally got to a point in the season where we can say, okay, we need to make changes during the season, because I had been wanting the judges to tell us what we did wrong. Now we're finally here, and I'm trying to have a conversation, and I'm not trying to talk about the judges. I'm not trying to talk about the commissioner. I'm trying to tell you what the top debaters in the league said. I'm telling you why we was watching. There's no reason to hate, because everybody agreed.
But y'all niggas ain't even debate yet.
Everybody agreed.
How you making a statement? You don't even know what your score is going to be.
Bro, I'm not talking about my score. I'm talking about
that's what I'm saying. Like you're saying that, is this the standard? No, you didn't even debate that. You could be the standard.
No, it's good, fam. I know how to do a stream for all this. It's good. I'm not gonna argue with you at 1 a.m.
We're not arguing, bro.
Bro, you're not even allowing me to finish my statement. That's ridiculous at this point.
Go ahead, bro. What you got to say, bro?
Appreciate you, fam. Call me a crybaby later. Now, back to the point that I'm saying. If you go back and listen to the actual stream, everybody, to the man, it's not hate, because everybody agreed that Chris won. That's how you know it's not hate. Everybody agreed that Chris won. The conversation was, this does not meet the standard that we have been showed through judging, through the scores, and through conversation of, that doesn't meet the complete total standards of an opening. That doesn't meet the complete and total standards of a premise. And that doesn't meet the complete and total standards of a rebuttal, especially if you leave in 2 minutes on the clock when everybody's having a conversation about, do you leave time on the clock or not? Right? I'm not saying he didn't kill him in the rapid fire, but the fact that the rapid fire was clearly his best round and he only got 9s shows that, okay, there's a part of it where they keeping the same standard, then there's a part of it that there's not. And all I'm saying is the debaters now are starting to have the question of what's the standard? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, y'all was talking about, like if the person doesn't have any more to say, then close the round out.
But KOT got penalized for going too much, right? So then we closed the round. But then Taz got penalized, and you know what? I shouldn't say that because I don't know what round.
But I'm just saying,
I don't know what round he left minutes in. So I ain't gonna say that.
Because it was the way he did it, bro. I mean, articulation means something. When the motherfuckers on there saying, "Well,
hey, bet. That's all.
I ain't got
nothing
to say." This is just me, like from what I'm saying. This is me what I'm saying. Now, like maybe it needs to be a judge's forum about that to see what the other judge is saying. But from what I've seen, is that he's in the middle of the round, like keep on repeating. Well, he didn't say nothing. Well, yeah, he didn't say nothing. So I, like it's a way you do shit for it to be like a good round and a great round. And I think that one thing Chris Harris does do, he has a lot of professionalism and articulation when he's presenting, and that helps him. And that helps him in a lot of situations where as though it'd be problematic for other people.
And that's why I want to say this. Like again, what happened here was like this was again something Chris was extremely comfortable with. Something that I was trying to prove. Wait, like, bro, like, nigga, that's the reality of it. You ain't even had no debate yet. You ain't even had no debate yet.
You ain't no debate yet either, nigga. What you talking about?
But that's why I'm not complaining. Like,
nigga,
okay,
you
I'm
was
just
clearly saying the same thing.
Bro,
you political fucking asshole. You was just saying the same shit.
Hold on, my nigga. Y'all, like, we can't do this with every motherfucking set of scores, bro. Like,
bro, it's not every.
Like,
bro, come on. I don't do this with every set of scores.
This is what the fuck I'm
we
saying.
Gonna have some type of integrity.
Bro, listen. This is what the fuck I'm saying. This is what the fuck I'm saying.
Bro.
Was this debate on the high side? Yes, it was. Was it? What now? It was on the high side based on judges being like, hey, it's gonna be much harder to get 10s. Okay, cool. So I get the judges said it was gonna be harder to get 10s, but it's not gonna be what what they clearly made it seem like. Okay. If that's, but it's only when then a motherfucker say, oh, well, they ain't finished their time in their round. Oh, well, they didn't do this and they didn't do that. That's when we start to see the contradiction. You know what I mean? But early in the season, like nigga said anyway, it's all like there's always a filling out process with the judges. It's always a filling out to kind of get a gauge of what's you know what I'm saying? Like what's what, nigga, what is a 10? You feel me? What is the perfect round? All right, so now I get Taz's frustration because a lot of that early, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be harder on people shit. Like we was going over his scores being like, okay, they're gonna be tougher. Okay, they're gonna be tougher. Now we going over these scores and being like, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get that, but again, we gotta get through it. Now, I understand it because it's, you know what I'm saying, because it's Chris, niggas feel a certain way. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, shit, this is something the judges got to understand. This is why I keep saying, judges pay attention to what the debaters is saying, what the debaters is feeling, because niggas don't be putting y'all fucking foot down, talking about this is what the standard is, and then we looking at the debates and we not seeing the same thing. Period. That's the message. It don't need to be no whole.
No, here's the message. Here's the message. The message is when debaters have questions at this point and they clearly not trying to hate, we're either told we crying or we're told there's bias because it's Chris. Nigga, there's been other niggas that
what the fuck?
Hold on. Nigga, can I finish? Like I'm not joking.
Yo, I'm just saying, like, what?
Yo,
like, Chris
good,
just came back, bro.
It,
like, how is it like? How is that a statement, bro?
It's good, bro.
I'm telling you,
nigga,
that's been the
nigga. Damo
just
said
offended,
it,
bro. Y'all niggas need to chill.
Listen,
this
Damo
is first debate. So how is that like a statement though? Like,
both of y'all have made the statement that we're saying this because we're biased against Chris. That's what both of y'all said.
No, nigga,
So-
you're cherry picking what was said. Nigga, what Damo
Okay,
fucking
and
said
yeah, and I'm only
was,
addressing
right
that
now,
point. I have
yeah,
the
I
right to
know.
address. I have the right to address the various points about what you said. That
Yes,
means
you
that
do.
most.
But what that proves though
Oh,
is what you're
man,
focused on in the conversation. If you're focused on, well, all I want to respond to is you saying that it's only about Chris, then bro, you ignoring the relevant part of the conversation because it's your right to focus on some bullshit. What I said was right now between what the judges are saying and what we're seeing in what we just saw in this debate, it's not matching up for what they've been saying so far. That's something that needs to be pointed out. That's something that needs to be paid attention to. Because if the judges are going to be adopting a stance where we can't be critical, we can't do this, we can't do that, then that demands uniformity. That demands for us to be able to look and see consistency. If we gonna give you that you know what I'm saying, unremitted respect, then we gotta get the consistency. Period. I get what niggas is saying. I didn't see this as a 147 debate. I didn't. 140, maybe 137, maybe.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
Nope, not
saying?
even
I
that.
It's a
didn't see
143. It wasn't a 147.
Oh, excuse me, 143. But like I mean, but even like a 140 on the high side, I think I said 137. Yeah, I said 137 because I knew the type of debate it was gonna be like. You feel me? And I thought that was on the high side. You know what I mean? Because again, there's a few things to point out outside of just like, you know what I mean, like how niggas is feeling. A few things to point out where that was problematic is that okay, the reason why I'm saying like I don't think that could be a perfect rebuttal is because most of the rebuttal was done in the premise. So even if you're gonna give the 10 in the premise, you know what I'm saying, the 10 and the 9 or the 10, I think it was a 10 and a 9 in the premise. It's like
I think it was a
okay,
10 and 9 in both of the rounds.
yeah. So not the rebuttal was 10s.
Oh,
The
yeah,
rebuttal
it was. You're right.
Yeah. So okay, a 10 and a 9 in the premise. Okay, in that type of debate, okay, because of the position he taking, it'll sound rebuttally, but he's killing the argument, right? But then when you go in the rebuttal, no, I'm saying it sound rebuttally, but his premise is really killing his opponent's argument, even though it's the premise. Okay, we'll give you that. But then when you get in the rebuttal and then there's redundancies and then it runs short, that can't be considered a perfect rebuttal. That can't be considered that.
I mean, he went over what the brother was saying, right?
But again, though, it's not about meeting the bare minimum. It's about being perfect. Like the rebuttal round, you're supposed to respond to what they say.
Right. So I'm just saying that
Right. So that means that,
I mean, what did he lack in is what I'm trying to
He lacked, man.
He lacked, like I said, it was redundant. Like that was my point. Like it was a lot of arguments that he only rehashed that he had already made. So because his premise was set up the way that it didn't leave a lot for him to work with in the rebuttal. So so in like again, because the judges are saying each
I'm not
round
even saying that because it was stuff
what you were saying,
that's what I'm saying.
It was
that's what I'm
stuff.
saying. But hold on.
It,
But that's what I'm saying. Because the reason why I'm pointing it out is because again, we're not talking about did you do enough to win. I think everybody feels like he did enough to win. It's just that if we're looking at a perfect rebuttal, would you like that is not that like if you look at that rebuttal, you would not look at that and say, boom, that's what you do to get a perfect round. You wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the frustration come from because it's like, did it address things? Yes. Was it pretty decent on coverage? Yeah, because his opponent's rebuttal was only 5 minutes. So of course it was decent on coverage. But when niggas is like, it's a lot of productive things that you could say over the course of 10 minutes that just because your opponent only gave you a little bit, that you just like, okay, well, I only worked with my opponent gave me. That's debating down. When you debate up is when you take not only what your opponent gave you, but showcase why your premise was significant. Showcase, you know what I'm saying, more, you know, I mean, a more nuanced, more
rebut the information about the 1100s.
More robust.
Rebut the information about the 1100s in Europe with the Jews getting the war.
Well, I don't even think that. I don't think that like why? What does that do?
Because that was an ox premise, and in order to get a 10, you have
So
to
what?
rebut their points. Okay,
No, I
that
mean,
was a
but
major
nah, it's
fucking
to get a
point.
10,
But that was a major point that
That
I was
was a
making.
major
no,
fucking point.
not to speak to whether or not America was fucking
Yes, it was, because he's lining that up.
no.
He's lining that
He's
up.
lining it up, but it doesn't. But that doesn't mean that it's that like that's a strong argument.
To Domo.
Period. To the judges too.
But no,
to the judges too.
obviously,
Clearly.
yeah, obviously. That's why I'm saying, like you saying, it wasn't a perfect 10. How was it a perfect 10 when the dude brought out information he didn't rebut?
Well, so
that's not
was
a perfect
there
10.
ever a perfect
Bro,
round?
but you don't have to respond to every
I don't.
argument.
Was there ever a perfect round in your
That's not
eyes
what I'm saying.
this season?
I don't
this
think it's been a
season,
perfect.
I don't remember. I don't remember every
No, there has not been a perfect round this season. No,
but
Yeah,
other than that,
I mean, Taz got 10s in his premise round against the Ratazar.
and I didn't think it was a perfect round.
I don't know. I don't know.
So,
I don't remember every round.
No, I'm not saying
as
far as with the score. What y'all think? Because obviously,
yeah, and I'm telling you, then I didn't think it was a perfect
I'm just
round.
telling you why.
Okay, so I mean, I didn't hear this much feedback from that.
Yeah, even it like that's what I'm thinking about the
But
rebuttal round.
I'm gonna be honest though, the only reason you get this much vitriol or feedback is when niggas aren't allowed to say nothing. Like that's all I'm saying. Like, god damn, bro. Like it's we can't be at the point where y'all niggas just hating. Nah, niggas is saying what they thought.
Crime is real.
I'm saying that's the reason why the rebuttal round wasn't a perfect to me. And then
y'all gonna keep laughing, niggas. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real with you. What y'all gonna find out? That debate was not 143. And so
we agree. Everybody's
when Damo go, when Moore go, when I go, I expect to see the same joint. Right. And if not, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna beat up on rookies and weak niggas. I'm not gonna give a fuck. I'll pad them fucking stats. Y'all got us fucked up, bro. Y'all been telling us the whole time that we raising the standard, and that's clearly not a fucking 143. I don't care how you try to slice it.
Hey, can we be happy for the man?
And 111 niggas and 111 niggas don't even get no.
Can we be happy for the man?
Hey,
shit.
I was just about to come on and congratulate
That's
him
a
for
fucking
that.
disease y'all got going
That's what I
on.
was saying, New King Garrett. They didn't see that one good thing about the nigga the whole time.
I mean, it's the thing. I think. Go ahead, Swab.
Appreciate it. Appreciate fucking it. Other than that, an interrogation round, I think his line of questioning was off. It got more personal about Akmalak doctrine instead of does this apply to America? That's how I looked at it. Now, we talked about in the back, people felt, different, at least one person, but I'm looking at the line of questioning like, how does this apply to you today? It's back to the conversation of how are you an Israelite instead of regardless if Akmalak is Israelite or not, does Deuteronomy 68:28 apply to America? His line of questioning was not on that.
because 85% of them.
Hold on, ain't nobody asking. It's a rhetorical question, bro. That's a rhetorical question.
That's it, man. Go have fun, man.
But hold on,
Nah, go ahead, Suave. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Hold on, I'll say this though. Like, I think what niggas gotta recognize is again, when niggas pull doctrines out they ass and try to prove them, like you giving the other nigga an advantage. Like Chris sounded like he knew what the fuck he was talking about. Like that. Like again, do I think it was a 143? I don't. I think it was.
That's all Solar was saying, though, bro.
I think it was a closer to a 130, a 137. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 140. You feel me?
Yeah.
But again, like that's what happens with these Bible conversations. It's just like when Aratazar and Taz, you know what I'm saying, that debate. Like the same way niggas feel like I'm not looking at Taz like, I nigga, like, nah, I'm looking at it more so like you gave that nigga the floor to do what he do best. It's like it's a nigga guarding, it's a rookie guarding Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying?
That
and then
part.
they just let niggas clear out.
Exactly.
Hey, Suave. Hey, Suave. Hey, thank you in advance.
He's
thank you in
very
advance for the
well
manager.
That's why I gotta stress the point.
Thank you in advance for the manager.
Like a very
hear you.
A very well spoken.
Hey, I just said thank you in advance for the manager, bro.
So much. I know time for
All right, man. Y'all have a good night, bro.
All right.
Shalom, all right.
Yeah, he's a very well-spoken debater, and he could be an antagonist. At the same time, it can make it sound like you don't know what you're talking about. And then, like, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of like the actual debate. So I think he did a good job at, exposing his lack of information on the subject. Yeah, I think he did a good job at that. And like, like a person like Taz, he would have scored like a 143, but it was a rapid fire round. Really, he got the ace in the rapid fire round. So he would have scored like
Taz got like a one. What did he get against?
He got a 139, and he always had issues in the rapid fire round. So I mean, once he get that, he's going to be scoring like 143, 144. So I mean, I don't see what the issue is, because he would have scored that, you know what I mean? But he didn't. He don't really have that killer instinct in a rapid fire round.
So whatever that was, 130, 139.
Yeah, it was 139.
143. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I to me, I just look at it like, I got Ak in my first debate. Nigga, I'm about to fuck around and get a perfect score on this nigga. That's how I'm looking at it.
Hey, right. They cry baby. They like, I can't get no 140.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
now, what was the high score you got, Swab? You got like a 137, right?
I don't remember, big dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I'm just crying because
I think it was definitely like a 130.
I didn't cry. I don't know. I mean,
Swab is not crying. No, Swab is not crying.
No, it's just
I'm saying Swab is just grunting because they just grunting.
That's not true, bro. You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, man. Nah, I mean, I want to be fair to Chris though, bro, because like we still early in the season.
Y'all niggas.
And so, nah, I'm serious though, for real. Like niggas, like it's like I got.
Hey, why they pouting this shit though? They didn't even play the game.
Was pouting though. I'm gonna keep it real.
That shit was sickening.
God damn, like I mean, this nigga's like Chris probably scored 120s the rest of the fucking season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all like, yo, this is first debate, whatever. You got a 143. So the fuck what? Like, damn, y'all niggas.
Like real talk, like if it's a Deuteronomy 28 debate, like I didn't see the debate at all, right? I missed the whole thing. So like I'm asking y'all.
Dude, Samoa fits Deuteronomy 28. The fucking Chinese fit Deuteronomy 28.
But I mean, it don't matter. But that's what I'm saying.
Like it's hella dumb. How y'all
like
hold on real quick. Like, so I'm hearing the top debater saying it wasn't a 143. Like, so what are y'all saying it was, or what should?
Like I said, it was. I said it was like a 137. It was like a 137.
I could give them up to mid-20s, but I totally. I think I was off. Like I said, I really disagree with his line of questioning in the rebuttal. But Domo was like, "No, this is on point." But to me,
okay, what was the line of questioning in the rebuttal? Because like that's what I was saying. Like, so on a Deuteronomy 28 debate, I could see where Chris in particular could eat because he got a lot of experience on it. Like, so what was he saying in the rebuttal and line of questioning with him, in the rapid fire with him?
I mean, he was asking him, how does Deuteronomy 68, 28 apply to him today and shit like that. And I'm like, even if it don't apply to him today, did it apply to America in 1619? Did it apply to America at any point in time, whether he the Israelites or not?
Yeah, that was one of
even
the
if the white
people
people, even if the white people are the Jews, did Deuteronomy 68, 28 fit America? And his line of questioning diverted from that.
But the thing is, what it says in Deuteronomy 20:68, it says, "Then we shall bring thee back into Egypt with ships." So it's talking about the people. So that would be one of the things that's talked about. And so I mean, Akmalak believes that he was those people. So I don't really see that outside of the actual what the.
And I had said that in the back. I'm like, it's only because it's Akmalak, and Akmalak, he's dead ass on proving he's an Israelite in this debate instead of getting out of trying to prove his doctrine and fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a handicap, bro.
Better.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you never see like a person like that's right, but he's just not really like proving his point because of lack of articulation.
Yeah, like bro, to be for real, a lot of them tens had to do with like comparatively. Like it was like, okay, now I'm because we have our standard, right? But then when a nigga's just performing like that, like with creating that much of a gap between another nigga in terms of like like a full understanding of the topic, because again, Ock's argument was well structured and it fit technically what we want, as you know what I'm saying, or what the judges want.
I did some shit, bro.
But
I did some shit.
it was surface level though. It was extremely
Yeah.
surface level. It was like, look at this and look at this. See?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? When Chris is arguing, no, this is historically talking about a specific group of people. Here's why that's true. That is a more that shows more of a robust understanding of the conversation than
Right.
what I presented. So I cause listen, to be honest, I think if I put up more of a fight, it looks more like a 135. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? 130. If I put
nah,
up more of a
Akon
fight.
wrote that shit, and that's why he butt hurt because he technically lost. I couldn't even
And
read some of
then
the words.
and then, like I said, it was that, and then it was that's non sequitur. You know, him dismissing questions.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
that was kind of annoying.
that
Yeah.
can't be winning. That
Was he
cannot
pointing out what was
be.
non sequitur, or
It could
just saying
be
it was non
Yeah,
listen,
sequitur?
it could
he
be
was pointing
winning.
out
It
some
just can't
things
be
that was non
tens.
sequitur, but I just think that's a cop out in my opinion.
Right.
Like
And
from
even
like
and
an
that was
Was
another
they
explanation.
thing that the
actually non
judges
sequitur though?
that was another thing that the
It was,
judges
I mean,
said.
some of the things
No,
was non sequitur that he was.
The judges
no,
said if you
you
call
don't
out
know
a
that until
fallacy, the judges said if you call out a fallacy, you have to explain. That's in the that's like in the rules
Right,
of
right.
engagement.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
If you call out a fallacy, that you as a debater, the responsibility is on you to then explain why it's a fallacy, or you lose points. You know what I'm saying?
So
So nigga,
so
like
Domo, real
if you
quick, did
fire
they
off,
explain that or
hold on, hold
no?
on, hold on. So well not really. Like if you fire off
Okay.
4
Okay.
fallacies, like
Gotcha.
his argument was explaining it, but when you just fire off the like say it's this, and this, you know what I'm saying, and not really say how it's those things, like yeah,
Right.
if you parse
Okay.
through your explanation, then you see that. But I mean, I'm what we expecting as judges looking for. This is a shoehorn fallacy for these reasons. Boom,
Right.
boom, 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 boom.
Right.
That didn't happen. So like if
Okay.
we talking about what a 10 is is having a more in-depth explanation of why it's a fallacy, not just
Facts.
calling it a
Agreed.
fallacy and then kind of briefly touching on what's fallacious
Yeah, that's
about
why
it
I think it's kind of is
in
a
your
cop out when you just
explanation.
do it without going in. But I think in terms of rapid fire round, you're not really giving time to go in on the fallacy. But I mean, you could just kind
Right.
of say something, and then they'll be like, okay, because it's like an argument at that point. I mean, people going back and forth. So I mean,
Yeah.
but
I
in
mean, because
terms if you're like if you're like in like the premise or the rebuttal round. I mean, well, in particular, the rebuttal round, that's where that should be being done at. But like, you'll have time to actually do all those things.
Yeah, by the closing round, I should be able to list out all the fallacies.
Yeah. So I think that those will be probably the rounds that what y'all saying will be more effective. I don't think the rapid fire round is going to be where you could go in depth about the type of fallacy. You should touch upon it though, and why you believe it's a fallacy, but
because it's a formula to that. It's like
Right.
when you call, like if something is a, you know what I'm saying, a straw man, for example, what makes it a straw man? You say, this is my argument. This is what he's trying to explain to you. My argument is what that part that he's trying to tell you what it is. That's the straw man. This is what I'm really saying, and this is what he can't deal with. Boom, 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 boom,
Right.
boom. You know
Because
what
a
I'm
lot of
saying?
times people be actually saying things are fallacies and say they're the wrong ones. Like if you're gonna say something like a slippery slope fallacy, you have to explain what the slippery
Right.
slope is. You
Like,
can't
yeah,
just
it's a
say it.
slippery
That's a
slope fallacy
specific thing.
because he's saying just because this happens, all these other things happen,
Right.
even though there's no other evidence or proof that these things
Right.
happen outside of what he's just saying right now. That's how you explain them. And I think, to be fair, it's not that Chris doesn't explain them, it's just embedded within what he's trying to argue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you gotta match it too. It's like so like, is he shoehorning? Yeah, he is, but the explanation of where the shoehorning is taking place is embedded in the entire rant. It's
So
not
do you
just
think that the
clearly.
judges are rewarding him based upon his brevity in explaining, to where like he's mentioning the fallacy but just putting it in his explanation versus him specifically addressing the fallacy? Like, do you think
No, I think he was rewarded for the depth of information that he was
Okay.
able to provide. He added more substance to the conversation.
Got it.
Like he had a more robust historical conversation.
I mean, dealing with the actual topic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
he went in. He went in. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in terms of like knowledge on the subject, it was clear. Distinction was made clear.
Right.
You know what I'm
And to
saying?
be fair, right, like there are certain things that Chris does that the league is moving away from, right? Like it's definitely like again, the premise being all rebuttally and all that other shit. But this is an example of like to me, like his information was able to rise to the level of it's like, yeah, he's doing all this other shit, but it's clearly washing this other nigga. So you feel me?
We
It
would have
kind of
to see because I mean, like I said, like even with the topic is like he has to rebut, is what I'm saying. Like I don't see like any other way if it's like there's like
that's another way. It's another
I
way you
mean,
can
it's
talk
like
about it.
it's like is Soul of Mine black? He's like yes, and he's saying no. You know, what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's,
You know what I mean? Like
but
so his shit is gonna be like rebutting it. Like yeah, like that's what it was. Does Deuteronomy 28:68 fit America? Akmalak is saying yes, he's saying no. It ain't or Tanzania. It ain't so it's just like
so what I'm hearing you saying, Solar, then pretty much it's like he gave like what he gave him in that topic made it to where even if he sounded rebuttally in the premise, it's like it kind of called.
I mean, because what would it be? What would the judges be looking for? Is why that I'm coming from that position. Like what I will be looking for is Chris Harris to show me how it's not talking about America.
But
that
see,
would be
that's why.
rebutting his information. That's what I would be looking for if I was a judge. I would be looking for in his premise round to show me how it's not talking about America.
But that's why I say though, that's the standard, right? That's why I say it was a debate that he won because he met that standard. You feel me? Being able to have that conversation without it sounding like a rebuttal is what a 10 is to me. And I'm just a debater though. But
yeah, I get what you're saying. Now that you said that, you made it a little more clear for me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a 10. Like saying like just breaking down like, oh, I ain't got to talk about what he gonna talk about. Let me explain to you why this scripture is talking about Egypt, motherfucker. It's not talking about America.
Yeah, I get what you're saying now.
But you know what I'm saying? Boom, and just lay it out like that, which I think Chris can do. It's not that he can't do it. It's just that that's not his style. Ain't really that. His style is to try to jump on you ASAP and kind of pick and even because sometimes it's nitpicky, right? I give you that. Sometimes it's just like okay, he's just nagging at him at this point. But that's how he do. Now again, we moving past that. But when you got somebody like Ak Malak, that's like okay, again, technically sound. He paying attention to what the judges is asking for, but this shit make more sense in his head than it do on paper. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be looking at. It's just like me looking at Aratazar. Like Aratazar,
I
did you
mean,
really
he gets
really
technical
debate this
points
nigga?
for the way it was set up, but in terms of the delivery, it was going to be points getting taken off. It's going to be points taken off. I mean, he was like, every other word was John mean, and you know what I'm saying? It's like all that matters, and how I'm viewing things, in terms of like
I mean,
points.
that's what.
But I'm saying like
against
you could eliminate all those little things that he was doing, like, and he got like a 7 or 8. Chris doesn't do none of those things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
he looked better
and on top of because it's like you could get points taken away based off of what you do, and you could get points taken off of based off of you like violating like with some of the rules. So he was doing some of the things, and also from what the opponent does. So it's like he was getting unnecessary points taken off based off the fact that, I mean, it wouldn't be that many Yan means if you would have went over your shit a couple times. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff that you can do.
Right.
So it's like, and he got an 8. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think that on the other side, none of those things is with what Chris is presenting, and he's very articulate, and when his delivery is there, so that's automatically 8+. So I'm not surprised at seeing 9s and 10s on that shit. This is what I'm saying.
And
like,
Chris is one of them type of niggas that it's like he gonna feed off of you. You know what I'm saying? So if he gonna get his points, he gonna get his points off you. But it goes both ways though, because if you in control of the debate and in control of the conversation, that takes shit away from him. You feel me? That makes him look like maybe he ain't got like in his debate against T-Duck.
Right.
You feel me? Like even though the judges score would have went towards
This
Chris.
funny shit, bro.
Yeah, y'all go with that.
I mean, I fucks with y'all, man. I mean, it makes me. I mean, really. I mean, on some real shit. When y'all get this like into the shit, it makes me feel good actually. Even when the bitching, you know. I mean, but like I mean, because I mean, no, in a sense that like it's taken this seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like so. I definitely appreciate that, with all you guys. And
it ain't taking serious. They cry babies.
I think they're looking. I'm thinking they're looking to see, what it is, and like everything is an ongoing thing. You know what I mean? So if it's actually something that I can see and notice, say, okay, I see what y'all saying. But it ain't one thing, and this is why I said y'all was bitching. It wasn't one thing that y'all said Chris did good, bro. It was just like, yo. I'm like, damn. And then it was like y'all it was like y'all quiet, like you know what I'm saying. Then it was like the wording, how y'all was wording shit, like y'all was waiting, like, no, I want to see these motherfucking scores.
Like they had to find
and then on top of that, when I took a glance at the chat room, none of them niggas was saying nothing. Nobody. None of them niggas was saying nothing. None of y'all niggas was saying nothing. Y'all would just sit back and watching, watching Chris go in. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yeah, y'all was preparing for this shit. Y'all was preparing. That's why I said that. Y'all was preparing for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of mine ain't stupid, bro. I may be crazy. I'm crazier than a motherfucker, but I ain't stupid. And then they come on there, niggas come on there, and then it's like, yeah. Now I question, I had some sentiments that I agree with, with that being said, I probably would have said, but it ain't that far from what he got though. So I'm not tripping off of that. It probably been a 141 in my opinion, or you know what I mean? Probably been a 141, 140. But that's like 3 points off. But that's like 3 points off of what he got. So I'm like, or 2 points. So I'm like,
nah, you are stupid, nigga, because we was quiet because we was watching it. We didn't say nothing. We didn't say nothing. We didn't say nothing about either debate. We didn't say nothing about either side.
Since you back, break down the debate for me right quick. Was it a 143?
We didn't say nothing about either side. No, fuck that. Hold on. We didn't say nothing about either side.
I never said you did.
No, so that's the point, nigga. You're insinuating that we didn't say that. Oh, we just watching Chris go in because we got something to say. Nah, nigga, we was watching the shit in the backstage.
Why do you have to explain yourself?
Why are you even talking to me?
I was actually talking about
111 niggas will never be able to talk to me. Anyway, nigga,
111 is bigger than 0.
Back to
zero.
Not
I was talking about in the actual chat during the debate.
The rest of the year, I cannot debate the rest of the year and still be better than you, nigga, in the score. Anyway, back to what Solar was saying.
But you're not better than Chris, and that's what got you in your feelings right now.
Back to what Solar was saying. Back to what Solar was saying. Back to what Solar was saying.
Because Chris got a high score.
You statement, bro. You're not even getting a response, bro. Relax.
I don't need a response.
Right. We was in the backstage.
You the one in your feelings.
My God.
You the one that
harass a woman, bro. Go find a woman.
Like I said.
Go find a woman to harass. Stop talking to me.
No, what are you?
But like I said though, I didn't know if I didn't know if y'all didn't or didn't make a comment. I said from what I seen. But now that you're confirming that you didn't make a comment, and but you know what I'm saying, like, but so this is the thing, y'all be backstage all the time though.
And when we are backstage,
that's not the first time y'all backstage.
And when we are backstage, and on the times when we are backstage, there's no comments really.
Okay.
Show me a time. No, show me a time when I was backstage. I made a comment.
I'm not talking specifically about you, bro.
Show me, nigga. You said
yeah, I'm talking about all y'all motherfuckers.
Now we get into the coward shit. The only two niggas you talking about is me and Taz. Only two niggas you talking about.
Did I say y'all? Did I specifically say you and Taz?
You talking about is me and Taz.
No. I'm talking about all y'all motherfuckers.
Only two niggas that was accused Only two niggas that was
That's what
accused.
I'm saying.
Only two niggas that was accused of bitching was me and Zach.
I
said
said
niggas that was accused of bitching was me and
poor
Zach.
little man. No, y'all was bitching, but all y'all.
So if
but
we
no,
bitching,
wait, bro. We're not doing this.
So if we bitching,
bro. Seriously, we're not doing this.
Bro.
What I said was no. We wasn't talking about the bitching.
Nigga,
I was talking about.
Now you switching it up.
I was talking about the crying.
Hey,
what I was saying was that all y'all motherfuckers from how y'all was moving.
Shit now, bro.
All y'all motherfuckers was how y'all was moving. That's what I explained with how y'all was moving. That's why I said y'all. We could deal specifically with you. I could deal specifically with you. I have no problem with that.
Hey, look,
I have no problem with dealing specifically with you, but you're not gonna tell me what I was saying.
If you deal with me or not.
But that's what I'm saying. You're not going to tell me what. You're not going to tell me what I was saying.
It's not going to change the fact.
Nobody is scared of you, Anonymous. What the fuck I'm gonna be scared of you for? Okay, so what you talking about then? So I said when I said y'all, that's what I meant. No, you insinuating that.
You say you was afraid of me, nigga.
Okay, so what are you talking about then?
I said you're playing a game, nigga. Listen to what the fuck I said.
I'm not playing no game.
Nigga,
when I say y'all, I mean y'all. When I say if I say anonymous, I mean anonymous. I'm not playing no game. What are you talking about?
You literally just said it's funny. That's what you just said. Nigga, I'm not trying to get on here and fucking say, nigga, you literally just said it was funny for you. You got weird niggas that want to keep talking in the background.
Y'all niggas tripping over this shit, bro. Like damn, nigga, 143, get over that shit, bro. Like goddamn.
Hey, don't do this, bro. Don't
do
it like
none of this if you got a 110 or a 111.
Hey, look, real talk. When it come to me, don't do it like this, fam. I'm gonna be
143. They in there.
Like when it come to me, don't do it like this, bro. Like I've been respectful to the system.
Baby.
Hey, come on, bro. Hey, stop. Because that shit ain't even bothering.
Let's bring it back though, bro, because I think at the end of the day, the point that's being made has been made. You know what I mean? Like niggas, I feel like we all feel like there was a little bit of or a lot of bit of leniency in certain degrees. I got my reasons on why I believe it happened. And I feel like a lot of that falls on and his performance and then what he chose to debate. But at the same time, I feel niggas in terms of what we heard from the judges before.
I was gonna say we was told from the judges all leniency is going out the window.
Right.
And we've seen that in the judging up until this point.
And we've seen a lot of crying.
And to see so that means we see the leniency, and so now it's like ain't nobody trying to hear that no leniency shit no more.
How can you say that, Domo? They've been leaning on a lot of people though, bro.
All I'm hearing
no,
is
they've been leaning on a lot of people.
Hold on,
but now that it get put on somebody else, they butt hurt.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
They've not been lenient on a lot of people. It's inaccurate.
Let me finish.
All I'm hearing is 150 is super doable.
Hey, Domo, finish.
So
I'm not disagreeing with none of that.
So what I'm saying is, fuck. I think I gotta make me wake my fucking son up. So what I'm saying is, now that zero tolerance shit, that shit is out the window.
That shit go out the window. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like so now I'm looking at it like, okay, I'm excited. If this can get a 143, I'm debating my first debate. If this can get a 143, I know, and this is no disrespect to Chris. Like,
and this is what I'm saying.
Hold on. Let me say this. Because to be clear, like all the shit that happened in season 3, that shit in the past, bro. Mm-hmm. The man has apologized like a man to everybody.
Yeah, like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm dealing with what the judges say.
The new shit. Hold on. The new shit is the new shit. Whatever new beef is new beef.
Judges off limit.
But just respectfully, like I look at this performance and I'm like, okay, that's what niggas was looking for in past seasons. That ain't like niggas. We supposed to be moving past that. You feel me? That's how I'm looking at that. So what I know I'm coming with, it's about to be heat. You feel me? And that's no disrespect to him and nobody else. But nigga, I'm about to win. I'm about to get $100 on the nigga head, bro.
Just keep it real. He did what A9 Ben supposed to have done. Set the standard.
This is my
Chris
thing.
has to tell you because
I ain't
Chris
tripping
more of a
over the
character. Hey,
story.
man, let's
Hold on,
just keep it
hold
a
on.
buck.
I'm just
But look.
my
But to be
only
fair though,
issue
to
is
be
the
fair,
structure of the open. That's my only issue.
Like, bro, when
'Cause
you go back and watch the
I
opening, I just went back and watched it. To add to what Blue was saying, the nigga started, he wrapped up his opening, and then went back and said, oh, wait, no, that's not the end of it. Like, that's showing he don't even got a command of his information. We punishing niggas for shit like that.
But no, my thing was putting the premise up and attacking your opponent premise in the opening round. Like that was my thing, because that was like the first thing I did. I put Taz's premise on the screen and I nitpicked that, and I just felt like I paid for that in the playoffs. So which is cool, but I just want to know, as far as this season when we moving forward, is that allowed?
I think it's safe to say that it is.
Well, I don't really. I mean, and this is just my opinion. I don't really see a problem with doing that. You know, I don't know if, like, you know, you got Mark for that. You know, but like, you know,
I got sent home for that.
That nigga.
yeah. See, I did vote against you though, so
yeah.
I don't think it was like, you know, I don't think it's predicated around you having a premise. I mean, you putting a premise in his opening though. I don't think that was a factor in that, you know. But what I don't really see a problem with, like, you know, showing the premise. I mean, it can be, you know, toting the line of rebutting, or you be putting yourself in a position to rebut. But like, you know, I mean, you know, in terms of the opening, I mean, it's designed for you to state, you know, why you're taking a position, and actually what your opponent is saying. Like, my opponent is taking a position of such and such, and I don't agree with them because of this. And tonight I'm going to show blah blah blah. So I don't really see that the premise will be taking them away from that.
Because I thought that's an effective strategy, is to because a lot of times that's why we send in the premise in the first place, because a lot of times dudes will get in and do something different. So I thought having his premise up and holding him to his premise, and then also calling out arguments that he's building in his premise that's false, you know what I mean, or whatever it is. I thought that was, like, you know what I'm saying, the way to go. But what happened in the debate with Taz, it was like, it was, my structure was off from the beginning because I didn't open. You know what I mean? That was the round that seemed
That's what, yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what Taz was saying, and I agree with him. It's not even so much that he used the premise. He opens up with the premise, and then the rest of his joint is rebutting the premise. So I guess all I'm saying is, if that's the standard,
I think that had more to do with the way the topic was structured.
And look, and that's fine. That's great. Whatever the excuse is, all I'm saying is, if that's what it's gonna be, niggas do expect to see that across the board.
I don't think you should take that position on a topic if it was like, you know, like I said,
right.
if it was like
I
for
hear
Tanzania.
I hear you.
I don't think you should take that position.
Like, yeah, like if you got either.
But I do agree with what Domo was saying though, with you know, when he clarified it, like, okay, even if it's not a position that you're taking, you can still put forth an effort to make it sound like a premise still.
Like I just went back and listened to it, bro. This shit sounds like a rebuttal. And then he gets to 1:10 where he's wrapping up and realizes that he has more slides and says, oh, wait, I'm not finished. It's also going to include
no
this.
matter what he did, he got a 143.
Bro, I'm really, like, bro, I got you. Can you just wait till I get finished and you can talk that? Appreciate you. So the other thing that we're told is we got to have a mastery of the information. He clearly didn't have a mastery of his open, and he got a 10 with that second judge that gave him a 10 in overall. That's not a 10 opening. If you go through, you're about to wrap up your opening, and then you remember that you got more shit to bring out. That's not a 10.
I think
he was wrong that the judge didn't feel he had.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we should need to focus on our debates and
allow the judge to do his job.
Because I really think that, you know,
but you make it impossible.
I think that when
we're setting our debates up, I think that hold
on. Let me talk, bro. We let you go in, bro. Like, so I think that I don't see that, outside of the rapid fire round, that this is similar to what Taz had. I mean, he had a perfect round where he had 10s in his premise round. He had 10s in it against Aratazar. The only thing that set him from the 143 was his rapid fire round. And that's because he didn't, and he admitted that I should have cornered him a little more on the points. And y'all admitted that y'all don't think it was no perfect rounds.
But so if that's the case, then though, if we compare it then, because you want to compare, Taz had way more control of his information in that premise round.
That's your opinion, bro.
And all I'm saying is
You're
this.
not the judge.
All I'm saying is this.
Up to the judges.
My guy, fall back. When you go and listen to that opening round, he didn't have control of that. When you go and look at the overall debate, his premise sound rebuttally, to use Domo's words, right? If that's the understanding, then yeah, niggas ain't bitching. Niggas is saying this. We're creating our debates based upon the standards that the judge has set, based upon the standards that we see in the judging. Like that's no bullshit. We literally are setting our debates up based upon the standards that we see. And what we had thought was we saw a standard, and now that standard has clearly been changed. I expect for that to reflect on anybody's debate, not just mine, not just anybody.
I just think y'all being a little too extreme with y'all position.
Oh man, bro, that's wild, man.
I just think y'all being a little too extreme for I think that he scored. I don't see it, and from what I've seen in that debate, he scored at least a 140, 141, in my opinion.
Did he do better than Minister Howell against the Asiatic?
On the topic, what was the topic again? I gotta remember the debate. Because Minister Howell debated a couple of times.
It had to do with the virgin birth, I believe.
No, I thought it was. Yeah, it was the virgin.
I think Minister Howell did a great job on it. I would probably give him like a 139, 140.
Yeah.
So then you feel like this was better than Minister Howell.
Yeah, in terms of his delivery and the position that he took, and then the wealth of information.
That's cool. Bet. So if y'all all I'm saying is this: if this a 143, appreciate it. Thank you for letting us know what a 143 look like. That's all. Call it bitching.
It should be a bunch of 150s now. You feel me? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like
if you're a top 10 debater without a 150, you're
right.
An L.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like at this point, if that's a 143, I appreciate it. I'm not worried about it. Like that was
clearly you are.
No, I'm worried. I'm angry.
My worry
Hold on.
for the playoff.
Hold on. Let's get this straight. I don't think it was a 143, right? But if you telling me that's a 143 compared to what I'm prepared to do, like considering what I was going to do to Mark,
we don't know what you did yet.
What I said, what I'm gonna do. All that sounds amazing. Oh, you ain't debated yet. Yeah, but you being biased because you don't want to talk about the niggas that's running from debate. But it don't matter, right?
I didn't say nothing about you putting words in my mouth. I didn't say nothing,
bro. You gotta do what you
I just say you didn't debate yet. I didn't say
it's amazing. You gotta do what you gotta do. This is the point that I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
I'm happy, right? I'm happy because I know what other people are gonna do. What I'm saying is this though. I do expect to see consistency from this point. And I'm making that clear, right? I'm expecting to see, and I'm talking to the league representative as well. Like, I'm expecting to see consistency. And I would like to see a judges panel where now we find out each judge's criteria, if that's the case. We need to see each judge's criteria, if that's the case.
Do we have the notes?
No, I ain't seen no notes yet.
For tonight?
No, I ain't seen no notes yet. But y'all want us to take the judges serious, but then when we trying to fucking really be involved, it's a game. It's a joke. I don't expect T-Duck to take it serious.
No, I'm just saying, like
T-Duck's a 111, nigga.
I mean, the way y'all was doing it was like a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. Niggas is passionate. Like this, why niggas?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. We grown ass men though, like it. Like I came on here.
But you're not acting like a grown ass man.
What I'm saying,
like the commissioner.
No. What I'm saying is that, like, yo, I come on here and I'm like, so what do you think about the round? Oh, you're being biased. Y'all just put a whole lifestyle on me. I didn't even say shit. So that's why I said that it must have been some preconceived shit. Because I didn't even
Man,
say
you
not a
got into
goddamn
it
thing.
with one nigga and you took
I
that
didn't say
out on
not a god.
everybody.
No, I'm not finished yet though.
But you got into it with
But
one nigga.
I'm
You
not
took
finished
that out on
talking yet. I'm not
everybody.
finished
Nigga, that ain't
talking
my
yet.
fault.
I'm not finished talking yet because I'm gonna get into what
Man,
everybody
that's
else is
wild,
doing.
bro.
But I didn't even make a statement, and I was like, "Yo, yeah, you're coddling, oh bitch, nigga." I didn't even make a statement yet because it had to be some type of preconceived notion. The way the energy was even before the scores was in. Oh, so you got a little rust, and this is Domo. You got a little bit of rust on you, right? You know, like it was a little bit of rust. And I was reading all that shit. I'm a reader. That's the fuck I do. So I'm not trying to hear. I'm not trying to hear shit you talking about.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
This is what I seen.
So that's the point.
It was preconceived. I mean, it was preconceived.
You're not trying to hear it because you made preconceived judgments. I'm telling you.
Okay, well, I mean, they got to judge your debate too, buddy.
I don't give a shit, bro. Like,
all right, then. So you get to get information together,
come on,
and then,
fam. Like we really running the league, or like it's personal. I'm not getting personal with you.
I'm not getting personal with you either.
Right, but you won't relax, nigga. I'm trying to have a conversation.
I won't relax.
Oh man, it's crazy.
like what the fuck, like, bro? Like,
hey, bro, it's good, man. I go through the proper channels, bro. It's good, man. I'm not gonna do that shit with you tonight, bro.
Hey, what are you going through the proper channels to do? What?
To voice to get proper explanation of what the fuck the standard is. That's all, bro. Like
they gave it to you. They gave it to you in the
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't because they didn't uphold that, number one, and we don't know what every judge's standard is. Right? Because whoever the judge is that's given 10s overall, I need to understand what that judge's standard is. I don't need to know who the judge was of the debate. That's not what I'm saying.
Did you think that Taz had 10s in his premise?
No, I did not.
So why wasn't that brought up then?
I didn't give a shit at that point.
Okay, so it's just because it's Chris Harrison.
No, it had nothing to do with Chris Harris. It had
so why didn't you give a shit?
Bro,
then?
I'm answering the question. Relax. It had everything to do with we were waiting to see what the standard was. Now, after that point, we've seen multiple debates, so we thought we knew what the standard was. Now we're looking at something that clearly didn't meet those standards. So that's where the question is. You don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. Everybody to a man, even Damo, right? Who everybody respects as the debate league or the debate person that's done this, he's saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing, right?
I stand by it, nigga.
Yeah, all right, that's great, bro. Hold up, bro. Like, I'm being dead ass serious. Like, Domo's saying the same thing, though. Like, that didn't meet the initial standard that we've seen up until this point. So to make jokes about it and everything, when the debaters are setting their debates up around what the standard is, yeah, nigga, that's a problem. So we need to hear from the judges as to how each judge, like we do every season, how each judge is going to debate. I don't need to know who was debating. I just need to know overall what the overall standard is, because that did not meet the original standard that we saw. Deal with that. That's truth.
I mean, it didn't. Like, I mean, regardless, like, it got the score that it got, and you know, it is what it is. It didn't. When niggas was talking about what it was gonna take to get a 10, that wasn't it. Now he got it, and so clearly, you know what I'm saying, somebody wasn't.
I just think that it's not, given all across the board. I mean, because I didn't see the same energy when Taz got 2 10s, and y'all saying that wasn't the standard.
From who? Nigga.
From all
I
y'all
was the
niggas.
nigga. I was running the panel saying Aratazar gave this nigga a layup. I said this.
But I didn't say that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't see the same energy when Taz got 2 10s, and y'all don't think that was the standard of 10s.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. When I was hosting the panel, me and Taz was going back and forth because he was trying to be like, yeah, Aratazar, it's a few things you gotta fix. Nigga, stop lying, nigga. This was a layup debate, nigga. This nigga handed you these 10s.
I get that, but I didn't hear like, the judges and they are siding with him, and I didn't hear none of that when he got 2 10s on his shit.
I don't think niggas is saying. I don't think anybody's saying that
Nobody
the judges are siding with him. Nobody
said
y'all
taking and reading. Nobody said that.
Niggas is saying that there was a lot of
He
shit.
literally said that.
Who?
Taz literally said that.
Mm.
He said you got those judges siding with you. He literally said that word for word.
He said favoritism debate. All right, I hear you on that. He didn't say side. He said favoritism debate. But what I'm saying is this, bro. Like all nonsense aside, we all agree that that's not the standard that we had seen.
And the standard shit, I didn't hear that either. I didn't hear that when he got 2 tenths. I didn't hear that the standard shit.
And I just explained to you why. Even in
Damo,
and
like I said,
Damo
you ain't hear
just,
from them niggas. You ain't
and
talking to me.
Damo, but Damo just said he was complaining about the same thing. But for me, we were still learning the standard. I'm gonna be honest. At this point, the only person that felt like they were still filling out the judges was Damo. You can hear it. Like, I'm not saying nothing that we didn't say in private. We said this on the backstage show. Everybody else was giving what they thought the scores was going to be because we thought we had got comfortable with what the standard was. Damo was the only person that said, you know what, I don't really know completely yet how the judges to judge. So shout out to him. Kudos to him. But even he is saying, nigga, that just don't meet what we were told up until this point the standard was. Nigga, that's real.
All right, can we get the rankings, Solar?
Yeah.
I don't think we saw them.
Yeah, we can get the ranking.
Well, we know Chris is gonna be number 1 in the power ranking.
Hey, Swab, get ready. It's about to be a whole bunch of cats challenging the debate scores from previous in the season. I swear.
Yeah. Make sure you take your phone off of vibrate.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, like,
what are judges' notes?
Oh yes. Yes. Let's go over them judges' notes. So they fuck the. Oh no, show the overall first. Let's get the overall. Somebody get a screenshot. Somebody get the. Let me see if I can get that. So yeah, man. If we just go over these power, if we just going over the power rankings, you got Chris sitting at the top and what a 143. Minister Howard with a 135.
Is under Rabbi Lord.
Taz is in it, or if you know what I'm saying, we're going by power ranking, Taz sitting in that 3rd spot. But if we're going by overall ranking, Taz is reigning supreme, 532, with 4 debates halfway through his season in literally the first 2 months. Slow it down, big fella.
Yeah.
Yo,
did y'all screenshot it?
Yeah, I got it. So yeah, throw it up. Screen share and go ahead, throw it up. So the people can see the rankings.
Yeah, let's get them judges' notes.
But let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the judges' notes. Because it'll be interesting to see if they felt the same way, but still
It'd be interesting to
the
see if they
score
sign
that
their
they
name.
gave.
It'd be interesting to see if they sign their name. That's what would be interesting to see.
Doom. So are you going back on the whole looking at the judges' notes things? Don't be scared. So
No, I'm sharing screen.
You the commissioner now. Now remember, even though he's showing this information, if niggas get disrespectful, you can be suspended a game, which could potentially put you out the playoffs. I think that's why Taz got off, because he said, fuck it. He learned early. Better say nothing at all sometimes. And just keep it pushing. But see, I think Taz made the mistake of just getting too many debates in too early. The judges always need to get a filling out process and get comfortable. Plus, they always want to come, nigga, you give niggas a little bit of power. Niggas always want to be like, yeah, we're going to be tough.
Man,
We're
just
going to
keep
put our
it
foot
real,
down.
man. Thing is, anonymous is not profitable.
That's what this all about.
Not profitable. He's not marketable.
That's what I was about to say. He's not marketable, bro.
Nigga Judas, you're not profitable. That Chinese shit is
Yeah, that goofy ass mask can't sell, nigga.
Yeah, that goofy mask, nigga. The mask that everybody keep talking about. That's not
They asking
marketable.
for that shit in the chat. They like, hey, nah,
Yeah.
Nigga had to look. Ain't nobody talking about that mask, but Judah and Rob, nigga. You ain't doing
You
nothing.
out your mind, nigga.
Nigga, them your biggest fans, nigga. You ain't
That's the
getting shit.
motherfucking topic of conversation. You got a whole nigga that came over here to talk about my mask, nigga. What you talk? He joined the league to talk about my mask, nigga, and got his ass whooped last night.
Yeah, I done X out the shit, man. Hold on.
I'm saying like I'm starting to run out of shit
Write
talking.
the
So
notes
where
back
you
in
at,
there right
nigga?
quick, y'all. Hold on. Get all this second. He write the judge's notes back in.
He trying to write him in, huh? You stupid. I knew you was gonna say that. Nah, that ain't it. You stupid.
Like, y'all wrong. It was absolutely wrong.
It was absolutely
Yo, I gotta take a shit. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't think they was gonna ask this time. Fuck. I thought the niggas forgot about
man,
that shit.
nigga mine. Niggas always want some shit.
Y'all gonna, hey, bro, y'all gonna
always
stop
want some shit you
disrespecting
promised.
niggas, bro. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting niggas.
Who we
Speaking
disrespect,
of
bro?
disrespect,
Niggas.
So everybody's saying that Chris got scored. Did Ock get underscored?
Nah, he got scored right where everybody thought he was.
And he actually scored higher than what I thought he was. I said 120. He got like 117.
He got 116. I said 116.
Yeah.
I think Damo said 115.
Stepped it up, bro.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah, I
right in
said
the pocket where
115.
everybody thought. And that's what I'm saying. So that's the weird part. I ain't gonna BS you, bro. That's the weird part. Because that means we was right on pretty much within 2 or 3 points with him. And the highest.
To be fair though, I think if
I
I would have,
got it now.
if I would have debated him, or if you would have debated him
man.
anonymous on the same shit or something similar, I think any one of us would have got a 140 plus.
And I think our debates would have been more polished than Chris. That's all I'm saying. I think if you debate Ock on that topic, your debate is more polished than Chris's debate tonight. That's all I'm saying.
Let's get into the opening round for Akmalak. All right. Judge 1, misspellings in his opening presentation. Has coughing and talking in his background. The nigga who was standing there, I thought I was the only one who saw that nigga. Gave definitions and provided terms that would be used, stated what he'd be arguing. The camera was not on this round. Said a lot of yeah means, lack of articulation, coughing in the background. All right. So and he got sevens, right? He got sevens, right?
Yeah, he got sevens.
Okay. So like you know, you cut some of that bullshit out. He may have been looking at an 8 or a
You
9.
gotta get that guy off that couch, bro.
Hey,
For real, bro.
talk,
Y'all gotta
you know what I'm saying? You do the
I
puff
gotta
give on the other person's round, not your round.
I gotta stop having niggas bumming in the background. What the
You
fuck
cannot
is wrong with
have charity going on in the background. Nigga, tell that nigga, yo, as of right now, I got a debate. Nigga, go to the kitchen or something.
somewhere else, nigga?
Yeah, nigga.
All right, let's get
He
into the
walking
premise.
up and scooting around on his crutches in the back. Hey, shout out to the brother. I hope he all right. Man, yo, you gotta stop that.
Judge 1, reading verses but isn't explaining with context, nor is he connecting some of them with the overall position he has taken in this debate. Seems all over the place at times, no citations for non-biblical statements. Okay, so it seemed everywhere. There was no coherence, if you will. Solid opening. However, I feel that his argument was not clear. The equation with the Coptic and Christians in America, I feel, needed to be explained in more detail. I told y'all that surface level shit, suave. See
Ain't
now
nobody
I'm
disagree, but ain't nobody disagree with you on that.
nah, but it's the thing though. Every time I be saying shit, that nigga suave be like, that's Damo's opinion. That's Damo's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm glad we got these judges' notes, because now I could be like, see how right I was,
That
suave.
just means you text the judge, nigga. That's all. Keep going.
Fucking around, been one of the judges.
Look, fuck around, Bill. Hey, don't do that shit.
Let's get conspiratorial. Fuck it. Let's go all the way in.
Fuck around, go all the way in, nigga. Damo was judging tonight, nigga, while he was sitting there watching, nigga.
That nigga be judging, shucklebucking. Y'all don't even know it.
Yeah.
That's his solar impersonation.
Take that shit out of the way.
Let's get to the rebuttal. Cameras were on. States what Chris didn't address in his premise. I went first. Didn't address what Chris brought up though, so left a lot lacking. Again, Judge 2 felt like there was a lack of articulation, seemed not to have structured his rebuttal. So actually, the time thing did not really stand out. They just felt like it just wasn't structured at all. So from what it looked like, neither one of them
I'm not gonna
put
lie,
any.
nigga. Hey, Nandy, Black Sun, who else? Yeah, all y'all can get these debates, nigga. Just call me up, bro. Call me up.
Let's go. Rapid fire.
Articulation is the name of the game.
All right, Judge 1, not allowing Chris to answer questions. Cameras were on. Akmalak struggled to answer some questions. So we seeing not only is he not allowing Chris to answer questions, so he can't really get no offense because he getting in his own way. He ain't even able to answer the questions defensively or offensively. Judge 2 says that he had trouble cornering his opponent on talking points made during his premise. Seemed to be outwitted and lack of command over information made him incapable of properly articulating himself to get the wanted response from his opposition. So both judges said he was just outclassed. Period. This is like a game where it's like a a football game where there's no punts, no field goals. Just marching down the field on niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Did we feel like KOT outclassed Rabbi Lewis?
I don't know, nigga. I don't watch Rabbi Lewis debates, nigga.
Yeah, I'm supposed to take all this shit serious though.
Yeah, I told you about Rabbi Lewis. Nigga. That's your fault. But close it. Let's get into the closing because I did score pretty well in the closing. Closes out by stating things Chris admitted to, states what he showed during the debate, points off for lack of articulation. So Judge 2 felt like this nigga Ock was nigga mushmouth the whole time. Nigga. You wasn't saying shit how you
But that's
wanted
what I
to
was
say.
saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when you have like, you know, your delivery means a lot. And when I was reading the notes, I'm like, yo, I picked up on the yamins and the like, yeah, you're supposed to have command. And I said this before though, about like when you're preparing for the debate, go over your information. If you're not that person that's articulate, like you get, you know, you got a whole, you know, word salad. That's what they say. Go over your information enough so it can flow properly. That don't really take that long to do, bro.
It don't.
So that's not, you know,
It don't. But let's get into the PowerPoint. The presentation was legible but was rushed. Great PowerPoint. So got a lot of love from the judges on the PowerPoint and then the overall. All right, overall, Judge 1 said Malak did okay. He didn't fare well in the rebuttal by not addressing Chris's premise. He seemed unorganized in the premise and come rapid fire. He didn't control both rounds, nor did he get Chris to acquiesce to any of his important points. Malak needs better argumentation, and organizing of his arguments will benefit him better in debates moving forward. Okay, so you know we were saying how he came very baseline, but in order for him to get his debates to the next level, Judge 1 feels that he needs to be more organized, more structured. Judge 2 said debater needs to go over information before debate so that his delivery can be smoother. Period. You wasn't. He didn't sound like he had command of what the fuck was going on. So shout out to the judges. Final synopsis on that. Now let's get to Chris Harris. How do they justify this? Open around Chris Harris. Didn't he get 10s?
10 and a 9.
10 and a 9. When over opponents sent premise, lays out his argument, and gave several terms that would be used. Judge 2 said, I felt that he dwelt too long on his opponent's
But
premise.
Judge 2 gave him a 10.
Give him a 9.
No, Judge 2 gave him a 10. Judge 1 gave him a 9.
Well, we don't know. I mean, we don't know because they are separate, so we don't know which one is on top and which one is on the bottom. Like the two, these are two different surveys, is what I'm saying.
So when we look at so when we looking at the 10-9, that's not, they're not in the same order.
Yeah, it's not one survey. Whereas whoever submitted first is going to be the one
first response.
Okay, so then we know who it is now. So we know Judge 1 then would be Judge 2. Let's go.
Okay, so when we're looking at Judge 1, Judge 2, we're not looking at Judge 1.
Well, we don't know. It could be that he's right. I don't know. But I'm just saying, I just threw that out there as, you know.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I know
I like that. It keeps the anonymity though. But great point. But we could feel that like clearly Judge 2 gave the 9 because they felt did he do it on the Let's get into the premise. First judge said brought back the topic at hand. Chris uses Strong's to define words and not the Bible with citation. The argument was clear and concise. The second judge responded with great premise, very detailed and strong argument delivery, and articulation was stellar. So for them, it didn't sound like a rebuttal. They felt like it was. I mean, and I think this speaks to what Solar was saying about the way that the topic was set up is that you gonna rebuttal. You gonna sound like you rebuttaling because you're saying no to what he's saying. Let's take a look at the rebuttal. First judge argued cameras were on. Chris rebuts Akmalak sent in premise and presented premise. Stated that Ak didn't cite how America was the double straights. What's up? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Huh? Yeah, that's a shut him away. That's a shut him away. Yeah. Anyway, Judge 2. Yeah, right. My fault. Said debater did a good job at attacking each point of his opponent and pointing out the fallacy of his position.
So this what 2 10s look like. So he got the 2 10s in the rebuttal, right?
Well, yeah, okay, but that went into the fallacy thing that y'all was talking about, though.
You know, I ain't mad. Yeah, I ain't mad. I'm
like the fallacies that he pointed out, but y'all believe that, you know, y'all was saying that he didn't explain the fallacy, what
I didn't
and
feel
why
like
it was a fallacy.
But yeah, I mean, the judges just looked up.
I wasn't necessarily saying, and like I said, I wasn't necessarily saying he didn't have an explanation in there. But actually looking at these decisions, these, you know what I'm saying, the surveys, it's making even more sense now. Like if you contrast the two like perspectives, Chris looks that much better when you have Akmalak clearly lacking in just from the judge's perspective, the articulation needed. You know what I'm saying, to get his point across effectively. You know what I mean? And again, we saying it's a performance league, or performance, especially in the regular season. So when the judges feel strongly that one debater is clearly lacking in articulation, but the other debater is very strong on the points that they're making and that much more clear and concise in what it is that they arguing, like that's what gives the nigga a boost. So even if it is like an 8 or a 9, it looked like a 10. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, when Brian Scalabrine, White Mamba, you know what I'm saying, had the challenge where it was like, nigga, like,
well, don't call him that ever again. But keep going.
Yeah, we don't need all that, bro. Yeah,
don't ever call him.
Hold on, but the point he had a challenge where he was like, I may suck compared to LeBron, but you suck compared to me.
With the Kobe icon, bro.
Nigga, because it's Scalabrine, bro. It's a joke, nigga. But the idea though is that like he sucks compared to LeBron, but compared to him, most like regular people suck. You feel me? And so it's like, yeah, you know, I'm not saying Chris is Brian Scalabrine, but I'm saying that
you just called him
like,
LeBron, basically. But it's cool.
No, I didn't even do that either, bro. Like you are reaching, nigga. Stop
Yeah, I
letting that
am.
nigga.
I'm breaching.
He reaching the
Stop
whole
letting
nine.
that nigga trigger you like that,
Bro,
dog.
are
He
you
don't.
like this? What it is, nigga? Cause a nigga get to keep calling me a bitch. I'm triggered because I don't want to be called a bitch. Like y'all
He not
niggas
calling
wild,
you,
nigga. Move
He
the
not
fuck
calling
on.
you a bitch right now. You interjecting
I'm
what
going
I'm
to
saying.
stay on that, nigga. I'm talking about what the fuck you said, though. Because I'm talking about what the fuck you said, nigga. I can talk about what the fuck you said, nigga. Move on, nigga. The fuck wrong
I mean,
with
I
you?
don't know how y'all niggas move, y'all. That's crazy.
You say what?
Okay. But look,
What you say?
'cause let's get to the
No, what the fuck you say?
let's get through it though.
I said
You
you
say you don't know
bitching,
how we
man.
move.
I said
Is
you
that what you said?
bitching, man.
No, you said you don't know how y'all niggas move. Is that
Don't
what you
Yeah,
said?
yeah.
this nigga,
And what I
dog.
meant by that was like if I was like the champion, I wouldn't give a
But
fuck
you
about
not.
no one debate.
But you not.
Yeah, so that's why I shut the fuck up. And
But you not. He said,
yeah, that's
but
why I
you
shut
not.
the fuck up in the middle of the words and shit. That's why I did
Okay,
that.
okay, but look. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like I made.
But if I was,
but
you
you
know,
not.
I wouldn't be
But you
bitching about
not.
one debate.
I made that nigga look that much better. Let's get to the rapid fire. Rapid fire. The first judge that submitted said Chris got Ock to admit America is not in the Bible. Cameras were
Damn.
on. Ock didn't know.
That would serve as a 10 in the rapid fire round, in my
Hey, but
opinion.
why he didn't get 2 10s though?
Hold
He
on.
got 2 9s in this round.
Oh, he got
Hold on.
9s in this round.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Hold on.
it's
Who
good.
said damn though? Who said damn?
I did. He
He said the cameras were on. Said Ock didn't know when slavery ended. Chris is flustering his opponent. The second judge that submitted said, I believe that he dominated both on offense and defense during this round, and he was able to corner his opponent on the Coptic Christian and American Christian argument, and also with the idea that blacks in America were enslaved for 400 years. So, yeah, perceptually, he controlled the slave narrative, and, like you said, when the niggas like, nigga, do it say America in the Bible? Well, no, I don't say that.
And
Okay, well,
that's
you
a
read.
debate within itself. Is like I think it was a debate. Are blacks still slaves in America? So
Yeah, that was
that's not
last.
nothing that's definitive, because
Right.
historically we got emancipated from slavery in 1865. So that would kind of from a historical perspective, like we were chattel slaves, for 400 years, so.
Right. Right. And so let's get into the closing. Goes over what Ock presented and what Ock did in the rebuttal and rapid fire, decent closing. The second judge that submitted said textbook closing, right on point. Uh, PowerPoint. I think he got a 10 and an 8. First judge said clean PowerPoint used laser pointer for assistance. Did he?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. You didn't see it?
Nah, I wasn't looking at the screen. Second judge, PowerPoint was clear and readable. The italics choice was a slight issue. So I think that's what got him the 10 or the 8, because I think he got a 10 and an 8 for the PowerPoint presentation. And the overall final synopsis from the judges, overall, a well-rounded debate, strong argument, and defended his negative position well. Second judge said excellent debate and presentation. So,
But you just said that at top. You know what? I'm stuck, bro. Because everything I'm saying is. So this what y'all want y'all champ to be the nigga that sit back and act like these cocky niggas that y'all was complaining about before. Y'all niggas is fucking weird, nigga. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I got it, nigga. Fuck y'all niggas, bro.
yeah, nigga.
It ain't nobody even say nothing. You responded to.
Yeah, he just
I'm talking
triggered,
directly
bro.
to the commissioner. I'm triggered by the commissioner, nigga. Yeah, all the trigger, all that weird shit. The nigga say if he was the champ, I just wouldn't say shit.
No, I'm just saying if I was the champ, I wouldn't be bitching this much. I'm sorry. You got a whole season before I even acknowledge.
I'm bitching.
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
bitching
you
because
ain't
I give
even.
a fuck.
Hold on,
I'm
hold on.
bitching
You ain't
because I
even.
give a fuck about the league, nigga. That
No,
shit
bro, you
weird,
ain't.
nigga.
I mean, you're
You
taking
ain't.
it.
That
I mean,
shit weird as fuck
you're
to
going
me,
deeper
nigga.
than what it actually
This
is what I
like
think.
if I'm you know what? Yeah, all right, bro. I got you, fam. Say less. Say less. Y'all niggas wild as fuck. Say less, my nigga.
I
Say
mean,
less.
if you don't notice, like you
Hold
take
on.
things a little too
Hold on.
personal at times, bro.
Hold on.
Like you're
Hold
not
on.
Yeah,
Time out.
noticing.
nigga,
Time
I
out.
do because I give a fuck about this. That's why I'm the
Nigga,
fuck.
All
you
right,
ain't.
cool. I'm not saying don't give a fuck about it, but I'm
Nah,
just
that's
saying like
exactly
that. I
what you're
mean,
saying. That's the fuck y'all gonna get, nigga. What the
Anonymous.
fuck
You
you
ain't even
mean,
fucking
bro?
debated yet, nigga.
You're right,
You ain't
nigga. You
even debated
haven't
yet.
either, nigga, and that's why I'm on the panel. That's why I'm on the panels. The fuck you mean, nigga? I give a
Right.
fuck.
Okay, I get
yeah.
that. But when I'm saying you ain't debated yet, what I'm saying is
I know this.
you
That's
ain't
not the
got no
point.
reason to
No,
complain,
I'm
nigga.
not now watch this. That should show you that it's not about my personal score. You
Okay, so what the fuck is
silly
it about?
nigga.
So what is it about?
It's about the league. It's about understanding how the judges are. I keep saying the same
Oh,
shit
it's
over
about
and
Chris
over again.
Harris.
Okay.
Nigga,
But
please, bro.
hold on, but look,
I could do a whole live and talk about Chris Harris,
but
nigga.
look, this the point I'm making though. This the point I'm making though.
And if you
So
keep
this
playing that shit, nigga, I'm going to fucking embarrass you and him.
Don't
who
embarrass me.
Solar.
Don't embarrass me, bro.
Man, fuck you, bro. Like you doing too much, man. Like
I'm
that
doing
shit
too much.
unnecessary.
He said
All
I'm
that
doing
shit
too much.
unnecessary, nigga. Like that shit
Nah,
unnecessary, nigga.
because
Like y'all
because
punish,
look,
like this where we getting to the point where y'all niggas really get to the point where you punishing niggas for giving a fuck about the league.
no, nigga, that no, nigga. See,
Bullshit.
it's that right there. It's that. It's that. What you just did. Ain't nobody punishing you for giving a shit about the league, bro. We are already in agreement that it was a little high. We all agree on that. We not even
Then let
fighting
me
on
get my shit off.
Nah, I'm
Why?
saying
That's the question. Why do you want to get shit off?
Because I want this shit to get fixed. Now
I don't really see it as a problem.
if I do like all the other niggas and I do drill stream after drill stream after drill stream, then the fucking we get judgments, we get rule changes, we get all that other shit.
but hold on. No.
Yeah, right. Silence, nigga.
No. Nigga,
What are
I
you
was
talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on, but look, this what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying, bro. Give it time. I'm saying, like, okay, we seen what they were saying at the beginning.
We 5 weeks in.
We see
We
what this
5 weeks
debate.
in. That ain't
We
enough
see
time yet.
we see what this debate. But how many debates have we had, bro?
I don't know. 5 weeks
More
worth.
more
I
than
mean,
half the
like
this
when you
nigga
look at
said 5
all
weeks
the
worth.
elite debaters,
Shut up.
I mean, all the elite,
Half
the
the
ones
league
that
ain't even
debated,
debated shit.
the ones that debated, I mean, they scored up in the 130s, bro. Suave, Taz,
Half the league ain't even debated yet, bro.
and everybody else, you know, they're not elite debaters. In all due respect. So I mean, is that what you basing it off?
I'm basing it overall off the judging. That's it. I'm talking about consistency. We consistently knew, and I'm gonna tell you.
That's
so
what I'm saying. Consistency based off of the like you had a lot of middle tier debaters debating.
Based upon what we've seen up until this point, we was within 2 or 3 points of Akmalak. We're damn near 10, 13 points off everybody else. Only person that was even close was Damo. Everybody else is 132, 125, 122, 130, mid 130s at best. That's a huge shift. Even Damo was 6 points off of what he thought his highest was. That shit don't happen.
Nah, I wasn't 6 off. I said 137.
You said 137. That nigga got 143. Nigga, I can count. That's 6. Can you?
Nah, that is 6. Nah, I can't. Fuck you.
But none of them niggas is judges though.
Nigga, but we're consistently close. We're consistently.
But I'm saying,
close.
I mean, you're saying consistent off of what? Basic. What are you setting as the standard? And when you're comparing it to Chris Harris,
consistently, the debaters are close to what the judges come up with tonight.
Okay, y'all was off then tonight.
And what we're saying is there's a reason for that, and we want to understand why.
I don't get it.
Because you're not debating, nigga.
Like some real talk.
And you're not judging, brother.
Hold on,
I am as a debater, nigga. We're
Has
judging.
anybody thought about the fact that it might have been the judge's first time judging in this season? Like those two judges in particular.
No, it wasn't.
Killed
Damn,
that shit.
I was literally trying to throw. Like, nah,
It wasn't
fuck
it for a
that shit.
top
I'm
judge.
smoke right now, nigga. All right, got you. Let me back up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Now they
Bar
just
fight commence. Go ahead, you got it.
Well, nah, I mean,
But
I
real
think
talk,
it's
like that's the other reason though why niggas ain't going in after Taz debate. All of this shit. Oh, you bitching, you mad about Chris. Nah, nigga, I'm trying to learn. Like I went through this fucking bullshit the first season. Oh, you want niggas to tell you how to debate. Nigga, I don't need to know how to fucking debate. I want to know how niggas is judging. The fuck wrong with y'all?
I just think that if you
man, I
do
think
all
it's
the
a, I think it's
things
a, I think it's a few lessons.
they request and come articulate and push your points, I think you score high.
I think it's a few lessons that's been learned since the beginning of the season, right? And I don't think it's to the point to where like we need to hit the panic button, right? First, you look at Taz and Suave debate. All right, it's the moon landing. You know what I'm saying? Taz felt like that, like, niggas felt like that was a little low for they shit, given it, you know what I'm saying?
What did they get on that debate?
I don't fucking remember. I didn't.
129.
I thought they was both in the 130s.
Nope, it was 120s for both of them.
Oh, for the yeah. I know. Suave scored 130 in one of those debates though.
I thought it was
because his average is 132, so he had to score 130 in one of those debates.
Well, no. So that was in like that. I think that was their first debate though. That was both of their first debate. So
yeah, because his average is 132.5. So it had to be like 129 if that was the key.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying. 129,
to get to the next level, these is all the other things you got to pay attention to though. Like for example, when you look at what created the cap on Taz and Suave debate, the topic, the moon landing. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what you're saying, Domo. I mean, that's what you and that's why I think we're the not no shots at you, but I think that's where the problem develops. Like it's like I think that it should be just more judges forums as to going over the debates, because like if it's like you're making a statement and then it's like, okay, well then let's do this, but that ain't what the judges said though. And then when you get a score, is like the judges never said that. That's what Domo said.
But I agree with Dome on this, right? So for like the Moonlander debate, in order for you to get like a 140, bro, you got to come up.
And I agree with him too, but I'm just saying that like we can't take that for gospel in terms of that may not be why the judges scored it that way.
But it's realistic though, like because with a Deuteronomy 28 debate, you can get way more nuance with a lot more information, a lot more. You can get deeper into it than you can with the Moonlander debate, right? It's easier when there's more information to get into. It's easier to get the 140 versus less.
And then too, they both admitted that they did the debate. They prepared that day. They both admitted that.
Yeah, so that's gonna reflect. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm just like, yo, that's what I'm still trying to see. And then when Taz prepared, and like he said, he took the time. He scored a 139, and he would have scored a 142, 143 if he would have digged it in the rapid fire round.
Yeah, no, but this like that's why I said when I came in, I could see.
So that's why I'm saying I don't see why is this a big hoopla now? Shit.
No, for me, it's not a hoopla. That's what I'm saying. Like
he had double tens in his premise round. He admitted that. Okay, I know what to do in a rapid fire round.
Man, that shit crazy.
That's what I'm just saying.
Hey,
like,
yo, let me say it like this, then, yo. If it's that serious, bro, my fucking bad, fam. We'll figure this shit out as it go. Y'all niggas like. I just think that. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Ratazan Rabbi.
When you're talking about the elite debaters, I mean, just prepare for your shit and do your presentation, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's all I can say. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see a prepared anonymous, Domo or Orthodox more. Like, if they're prepared and you got all your citations there and all that shit, I don't see it. I'm seeing like a 145. Like, that's what I'm seeing. So I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why it's a trip. Like, Chris Harris won that shit in season 2. So we know that he's an elite debater. I just think that the topic, that's what you call him said. His level, his natural skills of articulation. Well, they're not natural skills, but like, his skills of articulation, they kind of put him in a better position with a person that wasn't really, you know what I mean, didn't seem to have command over the information as much as he did. And I just think that Chris Harris did a lot of more debating on the topic than Akmalak did. As what Domo said, it was kind of surface level stuff that you probably would hear on the corner about the Deuteronomy 28:68. And I don't think that he really went in depth. I think that the shit that I showed was a better angle than what Akmalak was doing. Making the comparisons with the America and doing all that shit. How come he didn't come over that shit? I just came that was off the hip, just based on me being around Israelites, that I was able to just get that in 5 minutes. He brought up none of the comparisons of Egypt with America. Like, so I think that there was like a structured argument that you can actually do on that. We know that there's a lot of comparisons with Egypt and America. I mean, that would be something like if you're going to say is Egypt, that's the topic. Does Deuteronomy 28:68, is it speaking of America? So that would be one of the things that I showed. Well, yeah, in terms of, Egypt and America, look, at that time, Egypt was a metropolitan area. We could see that New York City or whatever is a metropolitan area with different cultures going and coming and amalgamating. I would have made all those comparisons. The Nile is similar to the Mississippi River, as what the travelers were saying. This is all American history. Why they named it certain things, they literally named certain areas after Egypt names. You know what I'm saying? In America. And they named it specifically because they had a fascination with Nile Valley. He didn't know none of that shit. So I'm just like, yo, I don't know what y'all was seeing. But I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck? In terms of Egypt and America, all that shit would have been on the table. I just don't think he did a good job with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and in comparison, what Chris Harris says, he pushed the issue. You know what I'm saying? No, it's actually talking about this. No, this actually happened where they actually got the gold and the silver, and he explained that. He said that. No, this is actually talking about this. He left out this whole idea of prophecy. No, they already addressed that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I feel like y'all coming up short when y'all say that he didn't defend nothing, because he clearly argued that scripture is talking about a Bronze Age people.
Yeah, he reiterated that. So
you know. Do I feel like it was gas? Yeah, but I feel like Akmalak is the reason that it was gas.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you could actually show in it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you look at what the judges,
the dollar that we use got the motherfucking Egypt shit on there. Like, how none of this shit is being brought up? I'm just thinking of more shit just coming to my head. The dollar literally got Hey Roo on the back of the motherfucker. Like, how is that not being brought up? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't mention the obelisks. He didn't mention
nothing.
None of the architecture in DC.
Yeah, that would have pushed the envelope to force him to have to, do something. I mean,
ask that nigga straight up, why is Washington D.C. modeled after Egyptian monument?
But I'm just saying, like, in all seriousness, now, I'm fucking with you, Anonymous. So it's nothing personal. But like, how I view this debate,
it's a little personal, man. I ain't even gonna front with y'all. Like, I ain't even gonna front.
But this is how I'm viewing it. I'm being serious.
I'm being way about this shit, bro. I ain't gonna bullshit you.
It's like, all good, bro. Like, this is me seriously.
Like, that nigga's a fuck nigga, bro. Like, and I'm gonna embarrass the shit out that nigga.
All right,
I'm embarrass everybody that stick up for that nigga. This nigga get on here and call me bitches and then run. Fuck that puss ass nigga. No, that's
what niggas ain't defending that shit though.
No, niggas is because niggas ain't calling the shit out. Niggas is
hold on, man. I only had 10 minutes. Solo, you seen that weird ass nigga didn't want to give me 10 more minutes? So
yeah, you're right.
All that information y'all bringing up in 10 fucking minutes. I scroll as much as I can in 10 minutes as possible. Yeah.
That's not a word. That's not a word. No, it's not a word.
Yeah, because it was an issue. It was an issue in the debate because I think initially Chris asked for 8 minutes in the opening, and Akmalak accepted, and then he said, "Okay, I accept. You can have 8 minutes. Let me get 15 minutes with a 5-minute overlay in the premise," and he said no.
Yeah. So when it
and so then it was like, okay, well then you can't have the joint. And it's like, okay, well fuck it.
I would have said this, and I would have said that. Try doing that shit in 10 fucking minutes.
I would have did it in 10 minutes. Trust me.
Okay, let's try. Let's see you try doing it the exact way I did it.
No, I wouldn't have did it. That's the thing. I wouldn't have did it the way you did it.
All right,
half of that shit, I wouldn't. Half the shit you talking about, I wouldn't even brought up,
how
bro.
you would have fucking did it. We're talking about what I did today.
And that's
we ain't talking about what y'all would have did. In my 10 minutes, I proved a fact. I proved that America does apply. I mean, double straights do apply to America, and the land of cops do apply to America. Okay. Period. He did not address that. He did not address the spiritual Egypt in Revelations 11. He did not address the Egypt being described as house of bondages throughout the scriptures that I showed in Exodus and Deuteronomy. Stop playing like he did something. All he did was rebut from the beginning when he started speaking all the way to the end. He never even debated anything. He just did a whole rebuttal and tried to say, oh, Egypt means Mizraim and this and that. What's that? What does that mean, though? What does Mizraim mean? Okay, when you go into this word Egypt, it means land of cops. And he admitted it does mean land of cops. And then I asked him, who are the Coptic people? He said Coptic people are Christians. He agreed to all my premise and everything. So I don't even know how he got a motherfucking 143 and I got a 113 again.
No, you got a 116.
116, 113. I don't give a damn. I don't care. That nigga did not beat me. But it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I was saying
to the judge's comment.
Anonymous, I think that what I seen was more like a San Francisco 1990s game in early September. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like to me. They played Minnesota Vikings. They were looking good. They were looking almost flawless. But you're seeing certain things like, well, if they play the Cowboys, they're not going to be able to do all that. So yeah, the final score was 49-17. So I wouldn't be tripping off of that shit. Okay, yeah. And that was my point. That's why I was fucking with you. I was just fucking with you. I didn't know you was taking it personal. But that was my point though. Like it was just like a early September game versus the Minnesota Vikings. And all respect due to Agmalak, I think he did a good job. But it's like, they was throwing the ball and the weather was nice and they just catching the ball. The grass is perfect. And yeah, it was a home game. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do. That's his topic. So, okay. I want to see you do that against me on capitalism, nigga. That's what the shit I'd have been thinking. Holding the motherfucking trophy. Yeah, I would have been bitching about no fucking 1-4. Okay. Yeah, that was it. He did good. I would have been holding my trophy like, I want to see you do this shit against me on that fucking capitalism debate. And that's how I would have been moving. But that's why I was fucking with you. Like, damn, you really taking that shit personal?
Man, if Ak is mad about this score, he gonna be mad about the score.
Just like I said, bro, it's weird when a nigga give a fuck about the league, right?
No, I'm not saying that.
Nigga, you ain't the only nigga to give a fuck about the league.
I didn't say I was the only nigga. What the fuck you saying? Did I say I was the only nigga?
So what the fuck is this? It's weird.
I'm saying this is me giving a fuck, nigga. I give a fuck different from you. That's all. What the fuck you saying?
Yo, this
nigga. Bro, but this ain't showing that you
man. Yeah,
this ain't it.
So it's so because I didn't do it or say it the way you wanted me to or the way you do it, nigga, that ain't it.
No, it's just like the way you. I'm to be honest.
Okay, yeah, break it down for me so I can show y'all. How much I don't give a fuck about what y'all say now from now.
No, bro. I mean, like you taking it to a whole other place that don't need to go.
Feeling some type of way,
but this is what I'm saying. It sounds like you got like something personally invested in the debate, like the way you.
Hold on.
I got something personally invested in all this shit. Yeah, I do.
Nigga.
I take it just like Damo said, nigga. Just like Damo said, I spent hella fucking time on this shit. Away from
not on this debate. Not on this debate. You did
fucking debate, nigga.
On the league, nigga. What the fuck are you saying?
Okay, so the nigga got gassed in the debate. We all recognizing that. We all pointing that out. You ain't the only nigga that's like, yo.
And I'm not saying that. Stop making that argument.
Okay, nigga. So for you to make it a problem with everybody
No,
else,
I got a problem when everybody's saying they got a problem with the fuck I'm saying. That's what the problem is.
no, niggas don't have a problem with what you're saying.
That's the problem with me.
Niggas have a problem with where you're taking it.
Nigga, I'm
Niggas have a
taking it there
problem
because
with where
niggas keep saying the same dumb shit. Everybody else is allowed to
saying
fucking
the
speak
dumb
their mind in this bitch except me.
No, nigga. No, nigga. You
Fuck
gotta
y'all.
stop playing
That's
the
the shit
fucking
I'm talking
victim.
about, man. I
You
called
gotta
everybody
stop playing the
bitching,
fucking
nigga.
victim, bro.
Nigga, you a
You
bitch
gotta
too.
stop playing the fucking victim, nigga, for real.
Nigga, fuck you too,
that
nigga.
shit.
Like, ain't nobody playing no victim, and then that's what everybody want to say, nigga, when I'm fucking
That's what
pointing
you're
out the
doing right
fucking
now.
difference and shit.
No, what you're doing right now is playing the victim.
I know,
Period.
nigga, that shit sound good. What I'm doing is pointing out why the fuck I was mad and niggas saying you shouldn't feel that way. Don't tell me how the fuck I should feel. Don't tell me how the fuck how you supposed to fucking speak your
being
mind.
immature, I'm gonna tell you being immature, nigga.
I'm
If you
being
don't like it, you
immature
don't
when
like
y'all let niggas come on here and call me bitches all the time. Oh, but you the
No, the
champ. You
fuck-
gotta expect that. You the
Nigga, no,
champ.
the
You
fuck
supposed to
we
be good
don't,
with that.
nigga. Man, all right.
What the fuck you mean
Like
they
I
don't?
heard.
I've been
No, I
getting
said-
called bitches on panels for the last 72 to fucking 5 days,
you
nigga.
don't have-
72 hours to
My
5
nigga,
days.
my nigga, you
And it
don't
culminated with the light-skinned hoe nigga calling me a bitch.
Yo,
Check this out. Check this out.
Man, check this out. Fuck y'all, nigga.
All right, whatever. But this is the whole shit though. Because everybody talk shit. Everybody get their shit.
Everybody ain't getting called bitch niggas.
But my nigga,
it's an actual rule not to call niggas bitch ass niggas.
Bro, and niggas
now
is
watch.
telling
Now
niggas,
what you gonna say? Cause you the champ. It's okay. Let me hear it. Watch.
No, nigga, no,
say
nigga.
It, say it.
Niggas been telling niggas don't take shit there, nigga. How many times have I had? I've had to mute all you.
Nah, say what you was about to
you
say.
too,
Though.
Nigga.
Say
That's what I was about
to
to fucking. That's what I was about to say.
You was finna say you got the target, nigga. Say what you was finna say.
No, I already said that, nigga. I was about, nigga. All right,
Shit.
I really don't give a fuck, nigga. Be mad, nigga. You mad that Chris got a 143? I don't give a fuck what Chris got, nigga.
Yeah, all that shit
you
don't
mad
matter
about
bro.
that shit, nigga.
It's not Chris, nigga. Niggas keep saying the same shit, and y'all want to make it about Chris.
Yes,
nigga.
it is.
If it was you
making it about
watch this, because you would never do that performance, and you know you would. You know for a fact you would never have that performance. So if you would have pulled up with that performance and had a 143, I would have said the same fucking shit. Stop playing. You know me better than that. Like, why niggas got to question a nigga integrity because he's passionate about shit?
But ain't nobody questioning your integrity.
That's exactly what you saying when you saying I'm doing it because it's Chris. When you saying I'm doing it because it's Chris and I'm not doing it because of the league.
Right now.
Nigga, when you say nigga, I'm extra because you keep questioning. Oh man, this is corny as fuck.
You're extra because of Chris, nigga. That's what's happening. You extra because of Chris. That's what's happening. And it's making this nigga.
Nigga, I'm extra because the niggas that I fuck with, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you why I'm extra. Because the niggas that I fuck with is playing me like it's because of Chris. The niggas that I fuck with is playing me when I'm saying no. I'm clearly showing y'all what the fuck the reason that I'm upset about. And the niggas that I call myself fucking with keep playing with me. Keep fucking around.
Nigga, ain't no fucking yes man, nigga.
Well, you get it.
I didn't ask you to be a yes man, nigga. I didn't ask you
just
to,
because you
nigga,
mad,
but
nigga, ain't nobody gonna sit there and be
insulting
like,
my integrity. That's all
ain't
I'm
nobody
saying.
insulting your integrity. Niggas
How the
telling
fuck
you
are
to
you
chill,
not?
nigga.
You still ain't hearing me. You don't give a fuck to hear.
No,
so
I'm
it is
hearing
what it
you,
is,
but
bro.
I'm saying you're
Just
doing
words,
too
bro.
much, nigga. You're doing too much.
Just words, bro. That's all it is.
Hey, Shinar, don't talk to me, bro.
It's different if someone called you a bitch.
Hey,
on the
Shinar,
street
for real, don't talk to me, bro.
versus them calling you on.
Shinar, I'm asking you respectfully, don't talk to me, bro.
You shouldn't even be that.
Shinar, I'm asking you respectfully, don't talk to me, bro.
You need to smoke a spliff, bro.
Hey man, I'm gonna ask you one more time not to talk to me, fam.
Yeah, just don't even do it, bro. Just leave it alone, bro.
I'm saying, bro. Niggas, like I said, bro, like niggas agree. The nigga got gas.
Damn,
Funny,
yo,
like,
that shit crazy, bro. I don't know.
I don't care. Shit, I really don't give a fuck. Like, how you get mad at another nigga post debate show? This ain't even your shit. This ain't even your shit. And these niggas still act the same fucking way.
Probably have money on it. You don't know.
And that's what I meant. Like, you know, how is it that deep? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, he fuck around, score like 130 for the rest of the season. Like, you still gonna be like tripping over that? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? This is one debate and it's like a score. Like, so I mean, and that's why I'm like, what? Like that was. It almost seems like it's like the thing with the judges and the debaters is like y'all waiting for, you know what I mean? Because it's like, damn, this is the first thing. This is the first score to actually break 140. It's like, all right, cool. This is like a long season, bro. I don't see like, all right, and then it's like we made it cookie cutter as possible, as far as with what the requirements are per round and stuff like that. But like you said, it's different debaters, it's different judges judging these debates, and I got to be very careful about the judges that I select, because you got judges that are new judges, you got judges that are veterans and they kind of understand. They got judges that don't come to the meetings all the time. So all that is like kind of like, stuff that is like something that I got to deal with administratively, you know what I mean? But like, I mean, I don't see how it's an issue, because I seen him do a great debate. So whatever the score was, it was going to be up there. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I thought in my head, this is going to be a 140. This is going to be the first 140. From looking at how the people in the chat was impressed. It wasn't like it was somebody in there like, oh no, that nigga. I mean, the people in the chat was impressed. The people that didn't know him, like, this guy's, and I'm looking at it like, yo, looking at his presentation, I have a general understanding of the topic. Yeah, this most likely is going to be the first 140. I already had that in my head. So at that point, we're talking about 3 points. I mean, like, nigga was on the brink of a 140. He had a 139. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like,
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's
and
like,
I just think that that's why I was fucking with him, but I was just trolling. Like, niggas, this is recreational shit for me, bro. Like, I mean,
even niggas is done explaining all of that shit, bro. At the end of the day, like, now at this point, it don't matter what, bro. Niggas will find a reason to go off in a fucking post debate show over somebody
that's what I'm
motherfucking
saying, bro.
score, bro. Niggas will find a fucking reason, because at the end of the day, everybody ain't nobody disagreeing with the fact that it's like, all right, this ain't the saying that y'all said, given, you know what I'm saying, like what niggas was saying. But the next thing is, but I like, nigga, you ain't even debated yet. You could fuck around and be poised to get motherfucking a 149. What's the perfect score? 150? You know what I'm
there ain't
saying?
gonna
Like,
be no issue with that
you
if he
feel
was to
me?
do that.
Nigga, you could consistently, you could fuck around and consistently get 147s. Like, that could be what the fuck, nigga. You ain't even had your fucking first debate yet. Niggas just complaining about the motherfucking standard. Like,
And that's what I meant when you were saying like the criteria. It was like the elite debaters ain't even debate yet.
that's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, what is the criteria?
The only elite debaters that debated was like Taz and Suave, right? But this is the thing about, and that's why I'm saying it's other shit that's showing out from that, right? Niggas is debating the Aratazars and the, you know what I'm saying? It's you got the Yahukanans and the T-Ducks, you feel me? The niggas that like Chris, really, in terms of like outside of like the niggas that Taz is debating, this is really like Taz debate against Aratazar and Chris debate against Ak, the two highest scoring debates. You feel me? And it's two niggas that had debates and they feel in what they do best.
Well, yo, Solar, that's who I'm debating next, right?
You debating Chris, yeah.
See, my first debate, no bullshit, man. I don't know what it was. It's like, after I should have never let Rabbi Lewis go first. Should never let him go first. That's what really.
So you think that all that shit that you did was because he let him go first?
Nah, his vibe, bro. His vibe just killed it for me.
Okay. Nah, the brother upset because now he can't talk about Chris. That's usually how he, like, whenever he feel uncomfortable or a little lower four quads in the corner, he'll talk about your scores to make himself feel better. He can't do that to Chris, so that's why it's hurting him to
But
see
I
Chris
mean,
score so
I
high.
understand all that, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, I mean, if I got a whole season in without, I got a whole season under my belt, I'm not gonna be tripping off of one debate, bro. I'm just not. And I'm just saying, I know this for a fact because I played sports and I know, like, I won the championship before. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they won. Okay. I want to see them do that in the playoffs when we play them. Well, I want to see you do that when I play. That's the type of shit I be on. So it's just like, yo, I don't.
Or do it more than once, nigga. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, yeah, you got that. And then, especially if I ain't play yet, if we ain't play yet, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, y'all cheering for them niggas? Oh, y'all must ain't see how we do shit then. Oh, y'all, it's gonna be a whole different thing when I come out there. We running up and down this field on these niggas. That's the type of shit I'm on. I'm like, oh, for one debate now, motherfucker, like, okay, it becomes a problem when they're undefeated going into the playoffs. Now I'm looking at you. Now you got my attention. You know? So it's like, I don't see, like, you know, I mean, and that's in everything, every genre of fucking sports, every genre of competition. You see a motherfucker like, okay, that's why I use the analogy. Are the motherfuckers running up and down the field in September? Okay, I want to see you doing the same thing in December when it's cold as fuck outside and we playing you. I want to see you do that after I hit you. You know what I'm saying? And I, you know, so yeah, Chris Harris is very polished, bro. There was absolutely no pressure put on that man the whole entire debate. What you expect? Like Akmalak can do that. He's capable of putting pressure on people. He shut up when Chris raised his voice. Like, yo, what you expect? And that's the same thing with Domo. That's why I was like, you know, it was like the anti-Domo stream. Like, oh, you just gonna let him talk? You just gonna let him go? Okay, you want to get 150 then? Don't bitch about it in the post-debate show. You gonna give you that 145 then? Oh, you just gonna let him go and not put no pressure on him? You know what I'm saying? Not do nothing like that to your advantage, knowing that this person is more articulate than you. You're like, you know, okay, all right. I don't want to hear nothing in the post-debate show. You wait till the last minute to say that you need more time.
and then, like I said,
Knowing that you're debating Chris Harris, and Chris Harris is gonna all that is competition with Chris. You know what I'm saying? For okay, oh, you need more time? Oh no, I ain't give you that. You just told me that you need more time. I'm not gonna give you that. At the same time, he's trying to get as much as he can from you. I mean, that's just how he moves. I mean, obviously, you know, he's an asshole when it comes to that, but that's something that you got to know when you're debating Chris. You know what I'm saying? It was the same Chris that I seen. I didn't see nothing different, you know, in terms of how he moved and what he does in the pre-debates and discussing the topic. So I mean, like, yo, you debated him before. You knew he was going to come with his shit together. You knew. I mean, like, so I mean, all right. He debated Akmalak and got him 143. It ain't like, you know, okay, the end of the world. And like, come on, bro. It's like one debate, bro. Like, you got a whole season to go. A whole season. And like, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of we know that Suave, like I said, this is just my personal opinion. He's new at being an elite debater. And that's why I said, like, yeah, this is your year, Suave. That's why I said to him. So he's new at being an elite debater. And Taz is still learning, like, the system. He's still learning, like, you know, the rapid fire round, trying to get accustomed to that, because that's his only Achilles heel at this point. And that's what prevented him from getting to 143. That's why I said I didn't see that same energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right. Okay, you got that when you debate Akmalak. I mean, you may see it again with Shenard. You know, Shenard is a rookie. So, I mean, like, so, you know, I mean.
Man, fuck all that nonsense. Mr. Howard's the first one for you. No.
So, you know, I mean, like, you know, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I would have been definitely, okay, yeah, whatever. But like, that much into it, that deep to this point, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're taking everything offensive, even when people playing with you and fucking with you. Like, damn, I'm like, yo, I don't think it was that serious. Me personally. But it's all
was
good.
because it was because it was fucking Chris, and they hate that nigga. And
Exactly.
But yeah, that's why I said in the beginning though. It seemed like it was something else
About to be all
there.
kind of lifestyles and narratives in season 4.
Why did they hate that dude?
I mean, cause he did a lot of whole shit.
He did a lot of
shit.
And he can't beat him.
But he apologized. Well, I mean, he can't like
He apologized for it. We moving forward from the things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he apologized to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
But he
Even
can't
like,
beat
mostly
him. That's his reason.
mostly individual. But it was like, to me, it's like I get what they saying, and that's why I'm like, nigga, you taking it too far. Cause like I get it, right? Like that shit wouldn't know. Like that should not be. If that's the standard for a team, then that's not the standard that they said when they was like they not just gonna be giving them.
But I mean, like you got. I mean, from a judge's standpoint, though, it's like that. There may be a standard for a 10 in that particular debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like the way, like, you know, like you said, all that plays a factor, bro. It's like,
I mean, it does.
My thing is like, stop trying to figure out, like, just do your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I mean, because when it comes to the point, like,
well, no, you do got to know how the judges are judging.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they laid out what they are asking for. Like, I don't really care how you judge another motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's almost like, yo, okay, let me do my shit, and then if y'all not doing that with me, then I'll have an issue. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing all my shit, and then it's like, that's when it's an issue. But I'm like, yo, so I think that out of anybody, I think Taz should have been doing most of the talking. Exactly. I mean, that's why.
Exactly.
Because they debated already. So right. It's just like,
because Taz didn't heard most of that we stricter type shit. That's he didn't have to hear that shit the most because he didn't have the most debate so far. So he's had to hear them say, hey, we being a little bit stricter. So that's why he was like, you know what? He hopped off. That's a smart nigga. Cause that would, if I was Taz, that'll piss me off too. That's why I'm like, shit.
I just think that obviously he got a couple of those black women debates lined up. I think that's a good route for him. He scored that 139, and he I mean, I'm expecting him to do better on the rapid fire round. So that's gonna be 140, like 140 shit. And I'm like, you know,
real talk though. So this is why I asked you about the Minister Howell debate. Like, so like being a former Muslim, you understand that Minister Howell went to fuck in on that Asiatic debate. He cited more Quran than Asiatic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he went in. He definitely
went to fuck in. That's why I asked, like, so did Chris do better than Minister Howell? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that Chris. Well, I think that it's a couple of debates that I will put over the actual performance.
But I got
like in terms of the level of competition.
Because that's what I was about to say.
The topic.
Because it wasn't a question of whether or not Minister Howell did better, but because it was Asiatic, right? Whether or not Asiatic did better than Ak. Because again,
no. That's why I said the way I said it. That's why I said the way I said it, because like so Chris had the ability to go in on a Deuteronomy 28 debate, like in the way like Minister Howell was the Christian going in on the Quran more than the Muslim was.
Right. He did a good job.
That's a big.
What I'm saying. You're focusing on the Christian going in on the Quran, not
and it was against a person that was a rookie. And I knew like with Afro-Asiatic, he's an intellectual. He does a lot of reading. He don't really do that much debating. So I knew that was going to be an issue initially with him. But he's going to come around definitely and be very strong, in my opinion. But I knew from the outset that it's going to be an issue with him and the points that he's making and how he's making his points and the effectiveness of his argument. If he could corner a person and all those different things that requires debating, you have to just do it at this point. He has to now experience shit. So I knew he wasn't going to really do that well in his first debate. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's what you kind of seeing, you know, in terms of like with Minister Howell, just, you know, he's a veteran. So,
but Afro-Asiatic also speaks in a way that where he's measured, he's articulate. You feel me?
Right. So, he got the natural talent.
And that's something that, for example, Ak sorely lacked in this debate from the perspective of the judges. Like one judge, like three times in a row was just lack of articulation, like lack of clear articulation. You feel me? So when you have Chris being Chris, who is articulate, and his opponent displaying a clear lack of articulation, that bolsters Chris, like shit, boost the rest of his debate, because in light of who he's debating, he's shining that much better. It's like the mediocre chick with the ugly homegirl. You're gonna look better with you're gonna look better with the ugly homegirl. They looking at looking at her like, oh, okay, yeah, she definitely looked better than that. That's that boost. You feel me? So and that's really, because to me, I blame Ock more for the score than I blame the judges.
Nah,
To
I'm
be
not gonna
honest,
lie. When I just heard that Coptic American joke, I was like, "Word, son? That was your argument, son? Like, okay,
that's what I'm
like,
saying. It was shallow. It was shallow as hell. It
Yeah,
was
and it was
shallow as hell.
like, I guess he had to. I think he went from point to point, but he knew he didn't have the time that he initially had, so he should have. I mean, if it was any stronger points that he could have utilized, he would have had to did that on the fly. And
Like his
I def-
argument was just like Coptic is Christian and American is Christian, which means that American is Coptic.
and this wasn't displayed in a
how did
debate.
he confirm that America was Christian? Just so I understand, because like there's literally treaties with other countries that specifies that Christians not America is not a Christian nation. Literally treaties with other nations that say that.
But
Yeah, I
even with that being, because that wasn't really challenged, really that much with Chris Harris. But I think that in the rapid fire round, what got exposed is that he don't really know nothing about Coptic Christians or Protestant Christians. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was just like that proves Domo's argument that it was just like a surface level statement. It was just like you don't even know nothing. And what Chris did say was the in terms of the Coptic that that would disprove his argument, because the Coptics, and that should have been something that maybe could have been challenged, that the Coptic Christians, surpassed the time of Moses. So, how are you applying, what the Coptic Christians are saying when they came way after Moses? It was something along those lines that he was saying. So it was like, I just think that, in terms of the level of articulation and the points that he was making, the points that was not addressed by Akmalak, I mean, I'm thinking 140, 141 in my opinion. And I mean, so, and somebody said one, I mean, then it's like, somebody said 125. Like, come on, bro. Somebody said 125 and shit. That's what
that's right. That's why I got a question in 116 though, right? Like, so with Afro-Asiatic, like he was making good points. He just didn't follow them up, right? They weren't a shallow point. He just didn't have a deep follow up with it, right? Like, so you're saying that Ak made shallow points and didn't have any follow up.
I think that he had a structured PowerPoint that helped him a lot.
Okay.
And the arguments that was laid down, it seems almost like the explanation part was the problem, not necessarily his information. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have like on the bullet points, it's supposed to be surface level shit on the bullet points, but you supposed to be going in on those points. You know what I'm saying? It was just almost like, okay, yeah, no, that was just his whole point. Okay, yeah, Coptic Christians, that's like, Coptic is Christian, and similar to America, they're Christian. That's his whole point. He didn't go into that. Like, you know what I mean? I know it's some more information that you could actually go in on that. You know what I'm saying? Like or explain it more in depth. Like you got a command over that. Oh yeah. Well, the Coptics, they actually believe blah, similar to America, and they do like. Matter of fact, America get this from the Coptics. You know what I'm saying? Like it was none of that. It was just like, okay, Coptic and America, Barrett, the Straits and the and it was just like surface level shit. It was no like going in depth, going in on. And Chris did that. He went in on his points that he was making. So I mean, it was a good debate. You know what I mean? I enjoyed both sides though. I think Akmalak did improve, but it was like, I mean, and that's another thing. Like people think like you're not just going to jump out there and beat somebody that was debating for 10 years and then get mad about the score. You know what I mean? Like, yo. It's just like unrealistic shit that motherfuckers be expecting, bro. Like, you're not just going to jump out there like somebody that was debating 10 years and then like, oh, you're mad because he scored more than you and shit. I mean, you should be expecting that. You know, I mean, what I would be doing is learning. I mean, listening, learning. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole different animal when the motherfuckers is in real time actually debating. I don't see none of that energy, that aggressiveness. I don't see none of that shit in the actual debate. But it's always in the post-debate show that all this extra energy shit is coming out. I don't want to see that shit in the debate, bro. And then you won't have to do that in the post-debate show. But I mean that's the terms with the actual people that was actually debating. But like, you know, I mean, man, if I wasn't debating, I would have said my opinion. But I mean, all right, they gave him that. You got that, bro. That's his first debate of the whole year. Come on, bro. You think I'm gonna be tripping?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I kept my standard off of Minister Howe did on this.
Yeah, because I think Minister, what did he get? Since you keep on bringing that up, do you remember what he got? Orthodox more.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
He got like a 137, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I would have to look at it again because he did more than one debate to actually see. But I definitely think that he did a good job. Yeah, because he only got 2 under his belt now. He debates later on. Yeah, so I'm looking at his scores. It look like his lowest point totals is opening and PowerPoint.
What was his PowerPoint score? Because Mitch Style always got a good PowerPoint.
It's not a low score, but that's the lowest ones that he has.
Okay.
I mean, he's ranked number 2. He's right under Chris Harris now as far as per debate. He has a 135 average.
Mm-hmm. And stop fronting like Mitch House not elite, then that's the first MVP of the league right there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people's man.
The 34. So that's 34 out of 40. So that's a 6-point difference. And yeah, so he has that opening and a PowerPoint. But everything else is like 38, 39.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 35 for the overall. 36 for the premise.
Yeah, like when I saw
you're talking about 2, 3, 4 points difference.
Yeah, 140 is gonna be tough to get. You know what I'm saying? When I saw how I get 137, I was like, okay. But if like we're saying 143, when I say 143, that means the judges had to be in agreement, right? Like you're like we were talking early in the season about like it's gonna be like a spread. Like we see the judges like dipping between like past like a 3-point spread. We know something's up, right? Like so if we see 143, we know the judges are on the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? So
and I think with Minister Howe too, like the preaching, I like it. But I see some people be kind of mocking it a little bit. So that may be if I was looking for something.
Yeah, but on
maybe
style, on average, I think more people enjoy Minister Howe's style than Chris's.
Yeah, I like Minister Howe's style. I mean, I'd be very entertained by how he delivers because it's not just preaching, because he it's information, and I think that it's more like of and me having a Christian background. That's what heavy in the church. My grandpa was a preacher. Like I think that is a cultural thing. That's how I look at it. But I see people kind of making fun of it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if I was nitpicking, maybe that probably would be why, because it is in the opening, but the PowerPoint is a little different. But the opening premise in terms of the rebuttal and the rapid fire, because like that the opening is a 34 and the premise is a 36 compared to a 38 and a 39. He's almost perfect in the rapid fire round. Yeah, you know, we know he's a battle rapper. So he's almost perfect in those rounds with the rebuttal. But it seemed like on the delivery gets a lower score than the actual attacking the opponent.
Yo, y'all gonna mess around and have Minister Howe do one full debate as a freestyle where it all rhymes and be done. I
Yeah,
swear.
yeah. So, and then the closing too is almost like predicated around like, okay, let's see what you got to say, type shit for the closing. So it looks like those, but it's still high, but it's not as high as when he's attacking,
Mm-hmm.
So, you look at, yeah. So, but he's ranked number 2.
So do y'all feel like it's easier to get the 143 being the negative versus the affirmative?
I personally think that if you're going to debate, you got to have some offense. You know what I mean? If you want to really score high, like in the rebuttal, you got to have something that you're actually. You got to have something that you actually, in my opinion. I wouldn't go in a debate. I want to choose that debate topic. It would have been something. Or what do you think it is? What do you think it's talking about? And that would have been in the title. Oh, I think it's just talking about, this Assyrian invade, whatever he was saying. That would have been in the title. I want you to explain that shit. And if you're just going by the biblical shit, what it said in the Bible, and so that way I could have something to take. But but it's a perpetual prophecy. They say, you know what I mean? And that was some of the stuff that I was throwing at him. But it was like, yeah, I'm gonna hold you to that because that's not what it's saying. Deuteronomy 28:68. It's going to continue to happen. We can see that even in the Bible that this type of these type of curses continue to happen. So it got to be something because it wasn't really nothing. It was just him talking shit about how it's not America, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest. Like right off rip, when I saw the title, I was like, I could see Chris getting a 140 off it, right?
Yeah, like he debated this joint a few times, bro.
Yeah,
and he always been talking about this type of shit.
Right, I debated Chris twice before, so I know how he gets down. Right, so I knew off rip like, okay, he was to make sure I had no time. I knew off rip that like he's the so this is set up for Chris to get the 140 because his favorite kind of debates is him being the negative, you being the affirmative. He wants to go after you, right? He's more comfortable with that concept, right? He has more of a rhythm doing that. You know what I'm saying? He likes to see your hand and then go after you. Right? So so if he's the negative, that's already set up. Then we got an Israelite debate on top of that, right? And then it's a Deuteronomy 28 debate. I'm like, fam, like he used to debate that from the other side at one point in time in life, right? So he knows how to attack it, right? So out of any debate, I'm gonna see him getting 140. I was like, yeah, off rip, I can see that. I was like, I'm not mad at him getting something like that on this kind of debate because I can see where like everything was in his wheelhouse going his direction. You know what I'm saying? I gotta watch it though and compare it to the municipalities. I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. It should be interesting. I think those debaters, those elite debaters, once they see their scores, because they're going, okay, yeah, it's cool, yeah, because that's what I think it is. Because like I said, it's the two elite debaters that did debate. Taz is new, and Swab is new at being an elite debater. So it's like, in terms of like like the elite debaters that have been from the beginning, ain't none of them debate yet. None of them debated yet, bro. So
and this is a unique format. You got to get used to it. Like I'll probably say like Domo probably,
and it's new for everybody, including the judges. But I just didn't want to turn it into a whole thing.
Not everybody. I've debated in a format like this where you have like a 10-minute opening and then you kind of basically just go in. You know what I'm saying? So like, I like where I can stop like, you only got 10 minutes. You only got like, if you know what you're doing, fam, like 10 minutes is a lot of time. Right?
A lot of time.
That's
and I just want to see his whole PowerPoint to see if he had anything that I was saying in that motherfucker. Because I definitely would have been pointing all that shit out.
Yo,
in a debate, literally saying that is Egypt. Is the Egypt talking about America? I would have went into the prophecy thing, and I would have went into now that we laid that stand on what you believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in terms of the debate topic and all that, but that's where most of your information lies. I think that yeah, bro, like all the stuff that reflects some Egypt that they literally say that they got it from Egypt. They literally say this. You know what I'm saying? And I was just kind of shooting from the hip in a rapid fire round. You know what I mean, Chucklebuck round, but it was like, from shit I read a while
Well, you
ago.
got your man back, so hopefully
But
you don't
but
have
it's
to
like,
fight no more.
none of that was even mentioned. In a debate is Egypt, does Egypt, Deuteronomy 28:68, is it talking about America? So that comparison would have definitely been made. Like, okay, yeah, this is the Egypt. So why would we say now that this is the Egypt? I would have framed that shit very, very well for that shit to be perfectly clear to all the motherfuckers in the chat room and the judges. You know what I'm saying? Symbolism. They literally got certain monuments, pyramids all across America. They named states and cities and towns after Egyptian shit. Literally, you know what I'm saying? Washington, D.C. has a lot of Egyptian symbolism, obelisk. You know what I'm saying? The Washington Monument is an obelisk. Came from Egypt. How is none of that mentioned?
Yeah,
that's why it would be called, that's why America would be made reference and compared to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? In terms of even like the stature of what Egypt was then, if we had to choose today, what would be the Egypt today?
He didn't pull out like the red, white, and blue, you know what I'm saying, on the
None of that stuff. Like the flag itself, the colors.
Yeah.
Literally, it's Heru on the back of the goddamn dollar bill.
Yo. See, this season, I really feel like people got to pay attention to their opening, bro. Like, I feel like in the way it's set up to where so in season 1 and season 2, we could introduce new information on the rebuttals. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing. Like, basically, we had 2 premise rounds in season 1, season 2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Season 3, a little bit of a
and that's
crackdown.
what the guys are talking about. That's why they said the opening, and that's what that's what their thing was.
Yeah, you got to make your opening. You got to make your opening an alley-oop for the rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? You got to set yourself up to be able to go in on information and whatnot. You got to be real familiar with the premise that your opponent sent in, and already have stuff ready to go for the premise, and then add on what he's saying during the debate to your rebuttal. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
but like at the same point in time, everything got simplified too. Like, so you only get 1 round to introduce information. You get 1 round to explain what you're going to introduce, and 1 round to introduce it. So
that's what
that's
I'm saying.
easier,
I think
not
that
harder.
all the well-articulate people that's naturally, and I say naturally meaning that they are there right now, and that even before the debate league, they had this. All those people is going to score high. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's almost half of the battle. Then everything else is technical stuff, like, making sure all your quotes are there, making sure your PowerPoint is clear, making sure you cut your camera on. And then, but if you're articulate and you could, like, think on the fly, and I'm looking at 140s, bro. Like, you know what I mean? For people that have all those talents. So Chris Harris is one of those people. You know what I'm saying? I think that Taz definitely is another one of those person, but I think that he had to come, to terms exactly. I think he had a misunderstanding of what was expected in the rapid fire round, which, had an impact on his score.
If Taz get a hold of some season 2 debates, right? You know what I'm saying? Because people need to understand season 2 is when we was like, I feel like if you were a playoff debater in season 2, you're gonna kill it in season 4, right? Your presentation is gonna be on point. Your rapid fires are gonna be on point, and the rapid fires is gonna be where a lot of separations made between the debaters. You know what I'm saying? So like season 2, I feel like we have the craziest rapid fires. And
yeah, it was some crazy rapid fires.
Like season 3, like I think it was more like you saw more people taking it relaxed to it. Now season 2, like it was a straight brawl. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Taz, go watch some season 2 stuff, man, and just recognize what it really can be for rapid fire, right? You know what I'm saying? Because once you get that round down, like because you got to get your rhythm and timing down for that. Like, how am I gonna do it? Like, so a lot of people, I'm surprised how many people don't have questions already ready to go for that rapid fire round. It amazes me how much I hear that from debate.
Because people used to do that, you know what I mean? People used to have like set of questions, and
I've never had a debate where I've had less than 30 pre-written questions. Less than 30.
Because my thing was like, I may have like about 4 or 5 questions that I had, but I tend to not even get through all of them because once I see you kind of wavering on it, I'm gonna just keep on punching you in that same spot. But definitely, you gotta, definitely have some stuff, loaded in the clip. Because I seen hesitation on a few rapid fire rounds where the person didn't even know the next question to ask them. It's just like,
that's why I'm saying season 2 was the jump. I'm like, man, like, yo, I had that's good, like it was really rapid fire with some cats. It was like blah, 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 blah. They had the question set up ready, like, all right, when you say yes or no to this, I got this question for the yes or no.
Yeah, we had the yes or no shit. They was abusing
bro.
that shit. They was abusing that shit like a motherfucker.
Hey,
Every joke like yes or no. Yes or no.
I was the lead nigga abusing the yes or no. You feel me? Had niggas sweating on that shit.
Yo, he did say yes. So okay, so you said yes to that.
I'm setting your shit up for being yes the whole time with one crazy ass no somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then after that is just downhill. Like you ain't let me explain. No. We cool.
But what y'all think about Bazemore?
On your time, nigga.
I said, what y'all think about my boy Bazemore? Shit.
Your boys who? What?
Talk about Kent Bazemore, man. That nigga was shooting lights out today. Y'all ain't see my boy.
No, I ain't see it.
Now, what game was that?
The Lakers.
Oh.
Nah,
I was watching the Nets and the what you call?
I ain't even catch. I'm gonna catch.
Yeah, the Nets in Milwaukee. I seen probably like some of it. Once they took the starters out, that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
So is Kyrie only playing at home or the road games? Which one is it?
I don't know because I didn't even see Kyrie in that game. He said he only playing on road games.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Oh, he ain't taking that vaccination. I forgot. Yo, why are they trying to make him take the vaccination though if he don't have COVID?
Nah, the state he live in, you can't play. In New York, you can't play without the back. That's why he couldn't play at home. Wiggins had that problem too. But Wiggins was like, he was finna lose 50 mil and nigga took that shit.
Yeah, I seen that, John, like how they forced him to take the vac.
Yeah. I mean, and it sucks though, because they really, that's where it becomes tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, and we all like to see, the sports and all that. But I mean, at this point, I feel them. I'm not taking that vax because I mean, when you look at the whole thing, we can't even talk about the vax, but like, yeah, I'm not even,
yeah.
That See, look at you niggas plotting to strike the channel and shit. I see y'all niggas.
You can't. Yeah, you're gonna have to clip that out. They real.
Yeah, they definitely ain't playing with that shit. But I definitely go and spark up one of my other channels over there. I'm gonna get back on that shit because shit is crazy out there.
Yeah.
I've been
on. I'm like, how can you talk about it without talking? You know what I'm saying? It's like shit.
And this is like, whatever, with all that. But like, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, shit is crazy. It's supposed to be freedom of speech and all that, but shit. They found a way to add that asterisk beside this shit for sure.
Yeah, that shit dead right now. For the greater whole. I'm like, damn. My issue is like I don't see what the problem is with like
Craig Screw say season 2 was the best though.
Season 2 was crazy.
Season 2 was crazy. But I think this season is gonna be just crazy, bro. Hey, that's what y'all already see. It's crazy. There's too many personalities up in this motherfucker, bro.
But season 3,
and then everybody thinks that this is their year too. Like it's just like, and it's the level of competition is just I think all that is top out of all season. Level of competition, different personalities,
Like what I do to Taz on Monday is like,
yeah, bro, that's gonna be a powerful topic right there. Nala said she wanted to do the chuckle buck round. She gonna fry your ass, bro.
That should be huge, but yeah, she could do it.
No, she can't do it. Her husband is debating you, bro.
Shit, bro, that'll be it. Fuck
it. Unless she just do that joint against you, and I do.
We gotta get if we get 300. This you got me last time with 7. What was it, like 80 likes? In like a minute. This time we'll raise it to like 300 likes.
Oh yeah, remember? Yeah, I was doing that shit. Yeah, bro, you gotta get it to this like. But then let me go ahead and take it down, man. Y'all can still talk if y'all want to. I'm about to take my black ass to sleep.
Shit, it look like it's over. Yeah,
So what's up? Y'all want to still talk or you want to shut it down?
Yeah, you shut it down.
You go ahead and shut it down, fam.
All right.